Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see.
We need to see.
Pull the room.
Pull up the chat.
Okay, let's see. Happy Friday. Oh yes, full house. Wow, very full house. Okay, let's see.
Oh, okay. See, yeah. See, your head's not cut off.
Okay, so
It looks different on there. than it does here.
Samantha is first in the room.
More of the checkers is
Hi
in here
everyone, I'm early for the first time.
than you. Okay.
Welcome, being the first. You get the gold medal. If you were the first commenter, you would have gotten the little gold medal. The little golden cup that we always put out there. Okay, let's see. Evelina Rodriguez is here. She was next. Della Street. Oh, some new folks like in here that are first in the room. Very good. Sandy Colazzo. Sheila Wright. Hi, Sheila.
Wait, yours starts at there. I could have sworn. Okay, it's showing different people.
Is
Because
it?
I could have sworn I saw Ruth up at the top.
Did you?
Yeah, before when I was in here.
I
Now that
don't
we're in
see
here.
Ruth at all.
I saw Ruth up at the top. There was different people
Ruth Dennis?
up at the top. I think so.
Okay, Ruth. Are you
Okay,
here?
Everybody's saying hi. Hi.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hey.
Let's see.
Friday comes around so quickly.
It does. I'm recognizing some new names. So let me see. I see a curly hair tails. Did we ever have that in the room? I never saw
Curly
that name
hair
before.
tails? That
Yeah.
name does sound familiar.
Does it? Oh, you
I
knew.
feel like I've heard that before.
Okay. Let's see. We got some regular Leslie LeBron, letter 510. Shania Parker, Pamela Fitzgerald. Is it one? Is it Wendy? Is it Wendy? That's an interesting way of spelling it. Is it Wendy or Wendy?
Are you starting
Warren?
at the top? Because there's a
I'm
whole
just-
bunch of people
I'm
saying
just
hi at the
picking out
bottom. Okay.
Certain names. Della Street, I see. Let's give recognition to those that arrived. They were on time, unlike ourselves.
Unlike ourselves. I know someone's like, are they late? And I'm just like, we're always late. I was talking, girl, while you were running. Girl, I was in the chat.
Oh, were you, girl?
Yes, girl, I was talking about you.
Oh, so that's why you were like rushing me as much as you wouldn't put the fire on me. Like
Because I was telling
the
the people, like, we're coming. And they were like, is she doing her concealing? And I was like, no, she's shining her glasses and getting ice. Just being busted. Busted behavior.
Yes, okay. I didn't have time to make my popcorn and cranberry mix to eat with my spoon for those that know the inside joke to that one. Who knows that one? Popcorn and the spoon this
She
week.
eats popcorn from a bowl with a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's about.
Okay, so I only could grab the cranberries before I'd start hearing all the yelling and screaming on the other end. So I just like, it's not worth it. Let me not try to get popcorn.
Because we had all day.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand.
I know, so true.
I don't understand.
I know.
Thank you, Jay Nicole. I decided to wear my glasses because they're new and like they're prescriptions, so like I can see through them. They're not just like fashion glasses.
Did you want to look like me, girl?
No.
Okay.
So when we came on, someone was like twins, and I was like, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I know. Whenever somebody, like, we all can have our own minds and have our own ideas, but whenever I do something that she's done or she's done something I did, we're like, are you trying to look like me? Are you trying to be me?
Yeah, I was like, never that.
Are you trying to be great tonight like me?
I'm always great.
Okay.
I'm great every day. Okay.
Okay.
So how's everybody's week? How was everybody?
We had a busy week. Last week we came with lots and lots of tea.
We did. That
but-
that live got a lot of views.
But I know, and as the tea kept being spilled more and more, we started noticing the view count with the stats. They always give you the statistics who watch. So we know who watches and who doesn't watch, guys. We see
Girl, what
who
do you
click
see?
out. Now it's time for me to threaten. Okay, we see those clicking out. No, we really don't.
We don't
But
see it.
but we just see like the statistically how it. We saw all the tea that was being spilled, how the ratings kind of went up. But tonight there's not as much juicy tea. But we never predict tea.
Well,
That
there
just
is
popped
a little
out.
bit because we did go to an event
Oh, yeah.
and typical LoriAnne fashion, you had to be LoriAnne at the event, and so we'll share that. Like you don't break character. Not that it's even a character. Like it's just you here
I'm
on here,
consistent
off of
across
here.
the board. You will meet me in person as you will see me on live. Like you will not be mistaken that I am LoriAnne. Like you're like, oh, she's so different, on live. But like, nope, I'm just across the board.
I was like,
one
Ma,
way.
that's always just my thing. Ma, can you not? Ma,
Because
can you
I
not?
feel like expectations should always stay high. Like I'm not going to lower my standards because I'm at events or I'm in person or I'm at a store. I don't care whether I'm at Nordstrom's or I don't care if I'm at Walmart. Standards should always be the same. If you want my business, we got invited to an event. We were invited. We were by popular demand, seriously, and so then I felt like I wanted them to have the best representation of us talking about it later on, and they absolutely will. Though we'll have like some funny little anecdotes about the night. Absolutely met every standard a MADCURLS standard could put out there for people to meet.
Where did you get your shirt from?
From It's a Christian site, t-shirt site on Instagram. I think they have their own website. CMTs, I think it's called, on Instagram. All my little Christian t-shirts I wear on Friday nights are from CMTs. And then it's called Christian Movement Tees. I don't quite know, but the Proverbs 31:1, this one, which I believe is true of myself. 0% perfect, 100% forgiven.
All right, girl, sit down.
Nobody can hold anything over my head because I am forgiven. So, as true of all of us. That's how Christianity works.
Oh my gosh, you guys like my glasses. I'm so
I
excited. I didn't know, because I had them and then like, I had them for like a day or two and like you didn't say anything and I'm like, Mom, do you like my glasses?
Oh, I love your glasses, baby. I do. I do. I know, because you just have like those little cute little
I did.
spectacles.
And like when I went to, like, I was just going to change the prescription out of the ones I already had. And the lady was like, can I be honest? Like, those ones don't really do anything for you. They were like really small and just like square and like here. She was like, you need something bigger for your face. And so she picked out these ones and I just love them. And I can see.
Yeah, I know, Leslie. Where are the men's in the room? Jan, Xavier, curly guy calling all men's. Be on the lookout for 3 men's. And they might travel together. They might travel separately.
Oh, Ashley, let's have a moment of silence. Girl, she said, y'all, TSA throughout my curl mix today and I could have lost it. Oh my gosh. TSA?
I don't know what that means.
Like airports? Girl. Oh my goodness.
They threw out?
Oh
I
no.
didn't see it. What did you say?
Like the bottles, I guess, are too big, so they throw your stuff out.
They do, no question.
They threw my Shea Moisture out one time.
They don't even ask, like, do you want to make other arrangements? Because one time they used to, okay? Because one time I was contemplating, should I get out of line? Should I try to find another way? Should I take a later flight and try to transport this in different little containers? I seriously was contemplating. I guess they don't give you any options anymore.
The only thing you can do is get another bag and like check a bag. Because like I pack whatever I want when I have to check the bag under the plane.
Yes.
But if you're trying to bring it on the plane, you can't bring like big things on. Because we were thinking about that. Yeah. We started getting some more information about our Miami trip, and like we're gonna be getting products and stuff. I'm like, we're gonna have to check bags. I'm like, because we can't bring these products on the plane. Right. That's not happening.
And or you can get a locker, but if you're going away for a while or you never come back, like. You can't.
What's a locker?
A locker. Can't you get like a locker? Isn't that like what O.J. Simpson, like, they went to go check the locker? He was coming back from Chicago, supposedly.
Where was the locker at?
In the airport. I think you can get a locker. Am I?
Oh, so if you can't bring them, you just leave them at the airport until you get back?
I don't know if that's always the purpose of a locker, but I think you can buy a locker, rent a locker. And I mean, I don't know if you'd go back through, like if I was at JFK and I know I'd be coming back through JFK, perhaps maybe. It would be that serious to me and my products. Like if I realize that these products are not going on the plane, I probably seriously would step out of line and get myself a locker. If it's like a weekend thing, even if it's a week or 2 week thing, I'll be back to my products.
It says, I think it has to be 3 ounces, and Ashley said she had 3.8. That's such a reach. Like, wow.
So what did they threw them away?
Yeah. You can't bring them on the plane. Wow. That's horrible.
So it just makes curls. It doesn't make bombs. It's curls.
Girl.
That's why they take it, right?
I know, girl.
Oh, okay.
Girl.
Okay.
I know certain words that come bursting through the door, girl.
Okay. Girl, you talking about that word, and you used to say it all the time. I'm like, okay.
Oh, you're right. You are right.
Stop.
You are right.
I can't hear that word anymore.
Girl.
You know, as she was saying it constantly in a video one time, constantly complimentary. This is a bomb product. My hair looks so bomb. I'm like, okay, I can't hear that word anymore tonight. So
I know you shut down my whole life. You were just like, just stop.
But that's
stop the video.
That's when I knew we had arrived, because I saw how you took it in stride. Like sometimes you're super sensitive, and that day you didn't miss a beat. You just said, oh, and then you just kind of like went on, and then I'm like, okay,
like,
we're gonna be able to work together.
Like, you're trying to change who I am.
Yeah, yeah, you really handled it like a trooper. Because
the one time I cut you off, you ran and cried. And we almost had to shut the channel down.
But not on air. Like we weren't filming yet.
We were filming. Remember, I was like, well, can I say something now? And you were like,
I don't think I said it till after, because we don't have any footage of that.
Of
I know, but I did definitely get my feelings hurt, because you just chopped me.
Yeah, but it was on a video.
It was on a video. Reaction. I never jumped up and ran and cried, except, well, we all know the infamous Our Truth video. But I never cried in a video.
No, it wasn't on. Can we turn the camera off?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it was filmed.
My feelings were definitely hurt. I'm tired of being shut down about my talking.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. Who said it the other day? Was it sweet Leslie LeBron? She's sweet right now. And it's a love-hate relationship there. I'm just teasing. She said, I love every bit of my talking. And I said, see right here. It was on Facebook. And I had a picture of, this is how most people tell a story beginning to end, and then this is how I tell a story, up and down, in and out, forgetting things, going back, veering off, like I'm doing now, veering off to other topics, coming back, kind of forgetting what I was going to say, and I said, that's me, and Leslie was like, we love every bit of that.
Yes, girl.
See.
Yes, girl. We'll keep you around, kind of. What was I firing you at? I fired and hired you a couple times this week.
Yeah.
I forget for what, but I was like, you're fired, and then I was like, no, you're rehired again. I forget for what, but you were fired and rehired this week.
Yes, and I'm
at least
on
once.
Probation. You said don't pull any stunts, no antics. My job will be on a thread. Depending on my behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Depending on your behavior, Miami.
You're my mother. Okay, Ari. Okay, there's Angela Marcinkovich. How you doing, Angela?
I just saw...
Right, Della Street. If there's no footage, then it didn't happen. No footage.
Are we blurry?
Yes.
Guys, are we blurry?
We are very blurry.
Very blurry. Okay. And the fun begins. Let me try taking it off Wi-Fi.
Let's not worry about who's getting fired here. Let's worry about doing what you need to do.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me try that.
Okay.
Okay.
That was my connection. No, curls the making. It's not.
Are we coming back into focus?
Let's see.
No, kind of, sort of. Very blurry. Better. Getting better.
Okay. Angela said she's good.
Slowly. We're slowly coming back into focus. I kind of see it on our screen, too.
Kind of,
We're slowly coming back into focus.
Maybe,
oh, there we
there
go. We just popped
Okay.
back in.
Yes. I said, okay, maybe all them bright lights. I put in 2 extra bulbs there because remember for weeks we have been missing the 2 bulbs. So.
I want to scroll back to what I saw before. Since we are a praying YouTube channel, Ashley Harris's uncle was in a terrible car accident, and she's asking all you guys to pray for her uncle. We have been, but now we're taking it to the MADCURLS fam because we all pray for each other on this channel. So
when we saw that the other day, when Ashley asked us to pray for her uncle, like we said, we're gonna like stop right then and there. I don't know whether we were putting on our makeup, doing our hair, doing something, and you said people always say that, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, but do they really? So we said, right this very minute, like we just held hands, and right that very minute we just went into prayer, because people always say, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, but it's all empty if you don't really pray for people. So we said we did not want to take that lightly. She reached out to us. Obviously, she sees something in us that you know, that she feels connected to God in that way, and we were honored to be able to pray for her family. So we did that immediately. And so so what did you say about her uncle?
just to pray for him, and all the people are coming through.
Okay.
As we know, MADCURLS fam does.
Yeah.
Yep, so she was like, yes, that is right. Pray then. Exactly. Like, that's what I always hear people say. They're like, you know, stop what you're doing right then and there when someone asks you to pray, and just like pray for them. Or else you're just like, yes, I'm praying for you, and then
I don't mean to be cynical, but I don't know. I think they said you don't have to pray because God already knows your needs. So people that are Christian or in the faith, like, we should know that. So I don't like that, those kind of like empty throw off words to me, that when you're going through something rough, somebody, here's your plight, I want to pray for you. Like in James, in the Bible says, like, don't just say that. I think it's James 5:6 or something like that. They said when a person needs a coat, telling them I'm gonna pray for you, they said get the person a coat. Somebody get that scripture because it's true. Like, you know, seriously. Here I go veering off, but it's a fact that is biblical, that give the person what they need. Don't just empty, I'm going to pray for you. Prayers are good, but it's really for the person to feel comforted, because God already is answering the prayer. It's according to God's will. He's already going to answer it or do something. All things work out for the good, the Bible tells us. So, I'm going to pray for you. It's for us down here on earth. So if you got to do it, then, like, do it. You know, don't just say that. And people say that so frequently. So just, I'm going to pray for you. Praying for you, you know, but are you really? You know, so the other day we said we're going to stop this empty, oh, we're going to pray for you kind of thing. We said we're going to pray right now.
Yep.
And
we're like, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Put the makeup brushes down.
Put the concealer brushes down.
Put the concealer brushes down.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
So should we talk about hair?
Why not?
What we have in our hair? Because I'm kind of liking it. It's looking good
Yeah.
from here, because I didn't know.
I
didn't know. I was scared at first. Okay.
Wait. Pixelated Twix. Oh, everybody's saying so sorry for Somebody's lost. Pixelated Twix. What's that? Sorry for your loss. Pixelated Twix. Let me see.
What did we? Oh, she would like to request prayer for her family. I lost my father-in-law last Friday. We found him in his room unresponsive.
Wow, okay.
Oh wow.
So sorry to hear that. Lost your father-in-law. Okay. Yes.
There's so many losses on this channel.
I know.
Lately.
I know. Yeah, it's I guess this channel is really demonstrative of real life. You know, it's the good and the bad. Some weeks are just like heavy with a lot of mourning and loss, and other weeks, you know, there's lots of good news.
All right, time to block that one. That's weird.
Okay. Letter 510 is in the Aztec mask. We did that, the Aztec mask. We've never done that on our hair though.
No, we did it on our face. It was like one of our first videos that we did. Okay, so we are going to be doing a video, but the second the products hit the door this morning, we were like, let's go. It's wash day. And FH Nurse Mom is here. It's wash day.
Yeah.
It came in the mail. The Alikay liquid gold. There's Rochelle looking
I'm
poppin'.
sure those that are in the natural hair community are well aware of Alikay Naturals. If you're not, here they are introducing you to Alikay Naturals.
Alikay.
And so they have had a very much of established line. We got onto them last December on our channel and started going through all the products, basically save a few. And then, to our surprise, within the last month, maybe, this line popped up. So we've been waiting. We've seen so many people that subscribe to the Curl Box. They were getting theirs, they were getting theirs, they were getting theirs.
I know, we started to feel some type of way. We were like...
we were asked to be in the campaign and we didn't even get ours, and everybody's getting theirs.
Yeah.
So, and we normally don't watch videos of reviews before we're going to review a product, but we were getting so curious, and we kind of were glad a little bit that we did, so it would kind of guide and lead us like what to expect. Though we still didn't. Really
we still did. I still felt like when I went into like dive into the product today, I was still kind of doing my own thing, because I mean, there's only so many ways you can do this. So I was like, these products are definitely going to need some testing days, because there's a couple different stylers here. So this is basically day one of testing.
Yeah, you have to kind of like stick to what you know. I mean, you have to feel it for yourself, smell it for yourself, all of that. It's very beautiful, light, lemony. It smells like lemongrass.
Yeah, so someone just said, how heavy is the scent of the line? I would say the strongest smelling scent is the leave-in, the original leave-in. Everything else is light. It's super light. Almost to the point that I was like, wait, where's the lemongrass scent? Like,
one of them is just completely unscented, which is the gel. Is completely unscented. I don't think, the only thing that's similar to me about the gel, everyone kept saying was like Vaseline. To me, it's the color. Okay, it's the color Vaseline, beginning and ending of the story for Vaseline for me. It did not feel like Vaseline. It felt wet. I did not use it in my hair today. I'm a mousse girl. This is the lemon leave-in and mousse. That's it.
Yeah. So you dove into the mousse.
Yeah,
you dove right in with the mousse.
I saw that weeks ago. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a mousse, and I love mousse. So
yeah. So you went with the leave-in and the mousse, and it looked great in your hair going in, and your hair looks really good right now. You love mousse, so I'm glad that worked for you.
Yeah.
I went in with the lemongrass leave-in and the gel on one side of my head. The gel is very interesting. It's definitely thick. I can kind of see where people say like Vaseline, but again, like you said, like it's not, it doesn't.
So even if you said it feels like Vaseline going on, I didn't put it in my hair just to put my fingers in. I didn't feel like it, but you.
No, I mean, I can see the look. I can see where you get that. It does have a very strange feeling in the hair. Like when I put it in, I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, because it almost felt kind of drying. Like I don't know if it did something really weird in the hair. It felt weird, but the creme brulee kind of feels weird in my hair, but then it comes out looking really amazing. So I did the leave-in and the gel on this side, but then I was like, let me switch it up on this side. What did we do? The twisting butter.
You were so curious about that.
I was. This twisting butter, I'm like, this looks like a bucket of shea butter. And the first ingredient is, I think it's water, and then the next one is, no. The first ingredient is shea butter. It looks just like shea butter.
It's just as thick.
It's just as thick as like raw shea butter.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know. I'd want to try it.
But it does smooth out in your hand, so We thought it might be like a Talia Wahid thing where we would put the product in and dabbled some water and kind of thinned it out. You can't thin it out in that way, but if you concentrate that, the heat of your hand definitely will thin it out if you want it to thin out.
I don't know how people are going to smooth this through their hair, even though I did. So I like sectioned my hair, and then I took a glove, put it in my hands, ran it under some water, and the second it hit my hair, it wasn't going anywhere. Like, it wasn't going down. So I had to like stick my head under the faucet and really get my hair saturated to get it in there. But the shine it gave my hair when it was wet was really good. So I feel like I would do it again. But I think what I like the most is the gel and the leave-in. I don't know.
Nat's Vibe said, I heard it turns to oil in the hand. Which one turns to oil in the hand? The butter? Turns to oil in the hand?
The butter doesn't really turn to anything. It's shea butter. To me, it doesn't break up. It's just shea butter. I don't know.
Yeah, let me just see.
I mean,
it smells very
I like the way both sides turned out.
Yes, the lemongrass leave-in is the strongest scent. So the rest of them are take it a notch or two down. So they're pleasant.
How's the hold on the mousse?
Like, you see, I put it in tonight. So it's, you see the definition. You see nothing's unraveling or anything yet. I like it. I like the look.
I don't know how the mousse would do with my long hair. But on your short hair, it looks amazing.
Let me see. To go to sleep on this tomorrow, wake up. Yeah, I think it's going to it's holding. I have no problems here with
Gail,
this.
that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, you see the volume? I was like, wow. Like, I mean, this is what Alikay does in my hair. So I'm like, this falls in line with Alikay. So the gel, it feels weird in the hair, but when it dries, like, it looks really good. You get a really good wash and go. And there are products like that that feel kind of odd, but then once it dries, it looks good. So there's also an edge control.
Curl78 said, I love the leave-in and gel side. Taylor, which one is the leave-in and gel?
The leave-in and gel side is this side with the swoop. This is the leave-in and the gel. This side over here is the butter, and is the twisting butter and the gel, because I just kind of wanted to see what the butter would do. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So there's also an oil, a finishing oil.
Yep, I put that in my hair when I finished.
And an edge. Did you do some edge control?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yep, there's your finger mark.
Definitely
there it
edge
is.
Control.
So yeah, that's what you said. Ashley Harris said that edge control is huge.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 ounces
yes.
of edge control.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I took some home. When my hair's getting long, I can't really do anything with it. It needs more than gel to me. Gel's not going to do it.
So that's
all
thick.
Gel does is just wow. I
that's
can't even.
Very thick.
All gel does is just curl up the back. It doesn't do anything. So I've been taking the edge gel and kind of like hiding the pieces that are growing that I can't do anything with. I don't know what to do with yet. Haven't decided to get a full-fledged.
Girl, I don't know how I feel about
haircut. So yeah, see how the gel just kind of like tucks those pieces in. So no, it's definitely a strong edge control. I like that.
So this is the whole line. This is just like a quick review for you guys. We are going to be filming a video on it. We have not filmed anything yet, but we did want to dive into the line. We felt like a line like this, we didn't need to do a first impression on camera. Like, we needed to play with the products a little bit because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, sometimes first impressions are beneficial, but other times you want to really, when people are waiting for a launch and they want to know, they watch videos to see how to use them, and you don't have time to play around with products. You really want to instruct. Some of these things need instruction. So
the oil smells like light lemon. It's a light lemon scent. If you have the leave-in, the lemongrass leave-in, this is the strongest smelling scent out of all of them. Everything else is light lemon scent. I think this is the strongest smelling, the lemongrass leave-in.
And the oil has a spray on it, though it looked like it had a pump, but when you actually push it down, it actually kind of like disperses.
It's so like a mist.
Yeah, not misty, not a whole lot of mist, but basically on the level of all the other stuff, the lemongrass leave-in, the refresher spray, where they have those pump capabilities, but because of the thickness of the product, it doesn't really actually disperse like that, but it was enough. It did more so than, say, if anyone's familiar with the Main Choice serum, where that one just comes out as a stream. This one comes out more of like a spray.
And someone asked, is it more of a finisher or is it like a conditioning oil? Like, I wouldn't pre-poo with this oil. I think it's more of a finisher.
I think they say it's a finisher.
Or like, is it, could be used for the lock method? Like something like that?
They said to do the lemongrass, they said do the oil, and then they said do the mousse. But I felt like that level of oil wasn't going to be beneficial. I like more of the mousse airy feel, so I didn't put the oil in. Because to me, it just locks your style right there. The LOC to me, just once you put that oil in, it just freezes your hair in that position, and I I didn't want to do that second step. But again, we're testing, so
Yeah.
I might try it again because those were the instructions to make that second step: leave-in, oil, and then the mousse.
But you like this today.
Yep, leave-in and mousse. Love
so
this.
I like the leave-in and the gel. I think, like, I would say don't be afraid of like what people are saying about the gel. I see what they're saying. It does feel weird. It looks weird, but the results are good. Like, it definitely gives volume, definitely curl definition. This is like my typical Alikay. So the gel, it's a good addition. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. Lady Smash 711 said, binge watching you ladies new to the channel and love it. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
Let's give her a Mad Curls welcome.
We need a MAD Curls song.
Right? We need a Mad. Every time someone's new, we like sing a Mad Curls song.
Yeah.
Hey, K-nificent.
Hey. Tatiana says she trusts our opinion. Yeah, a lot of you guys say that, and so that's why we have to do it and do it right. So, but no. So has anybody gotten the box?
Oh, there's someone named Dye Pie. Dye Pie's new too. Hi, Dye Pie.
Okay.
Welcome.
What are you seeing? The names. I'm all the way down to the bottom.
I'm at the bottom too. Someone just said. Maybe it hasn't popped up yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Why
no,
we
so
haven't-
Dye Pie is new. How was our trip to New York for the
yes.
product launch?
Okay.
Bye, Bernadette Johnson.
Bye-bye.
How was it?
It was
Oh,
good.
it was good.
Yeah, we were wondering because the day before we had this huge snowstorm, and so we were wondering. But people can get to any place else they want to get to. It's so funny how snowstorms will keep kids home from school, or sometimes people won't go to church because it's snowing. But yeah, we could make it to New York.
We sure could.
Yeah. So we went down there. Yeah, it was. We missed the train by literally.
Like a second. We actually vlogged. So you guys will probably get our vlog on Sunday, most likely. You'll probably get the vlog on Sunday. And the vlog just consists of like one day we were just like sitting doing our makeup and just chatting. And then the other half of the vlog is our trip to New York. We vlogged it, the whole thing. So we did a vlog. But yeah,
Not the whole thing because the music was blast. So we didn't vlog the event inside because the music was blasting and you wouldn't be able to really hear anything because we're trying to talk about it and try to share what happened when we first got there and all that, but you couldn't hear anybody talk. And also you have to be careful with things like that as far as monetization because the music that's playing, YouTube will pick that up and shut the video down. So
yeah,
we didn't want to chance that, so we just said let's not.
But we got there.
We got
to New York. We took a little Lyft. We took Lyft this time. I was like, I'm not messing around with Uber and having to walk up the street to like get in the car. I'm not doing all that. So we went back to Lyft this time, and he picked us up right in front of the Grand Hyatt, which is where we typically get picked up. And they took us over to the event, which was only like a couple of blocks away, but New York blocks are something different. Like even if I didn't like have you, like I would not have been walking that far. Like it was just like a distance.
I always say, is it a
but it
regular
didn't really
block
feel like
or is it a New York block?
Yeah, I think the drive was like 9 minutes or something, but I don't know, it didn't seem that far away.
Yeah.
But we got there, we went in, and we were like immediately greeted at the door by like all these nice people who were like, oh my gosh, like MADCURLS is here, and like they knew us, which was really cool, because sometimes I don't like when we get invited to things and people are like, now who are you? Like the people that are actually like running the party or whatever, it's like, now who are you? Like they don't really know who you are.
It's
like
a very humbling experience. It's very unique to me because I'm 51, so I'm not used to this whole kind of social media thing. So it catches me by surprise over and over again when I go someplace and people are like, let me collect myself for 1 minute. Oh my God, I'm fangirling right now. First of all, I had to learn what the word fangirling meant. So now I know it's a compliment. And then they're collecting themselves. I'm like, there's nothing to collect. Like, here we are.
We're
like,
so busted
and then as a matter of fact, I'm laughing. And at that point, spit the gum out my mouth. Typical MADCURLS LoriAnne
we
style.
were
I'm
like,
oops,
we
sorry.
like fell up in the doorway, like you were laughing, joking, gum flew out your mouth. We're like wrestling with hangers and our coats and our sweaters and our scarves and just being busted. And people are like, can we have a picture? And we're like wrestling with coats, and it was just like MADCURLS.
So
But yeah, so these are the products that we'd show you guys. We are going to be filming a video on it, and we were given some extra products to give away as well, so that's going to be happening when we film this video.
Yeah, they want us to give them away. Though they did not include the deep conditioner. We wanted the deep conditioner for our Treatment Tuesday. We told them we wanted to share that in our video.
Yeah.
And also because when we review lines, we like to do the complete line. So since this line consisted of 3 products, we wanted all 3, and so they were very generous to give this, but they were not giving this away that night.
Yeah. So is this a new line? Somebody asked. Yes, this is a new line. It's created by a man named Joseph. He has Curls on 5th, which is a salon. It's called Curls on 5th, and he he's into curly hair and like natural hair. So he decided after years of like being in that field of like dealing with natural hair, cutting natural hair, that kind of thing, he wanted to create a line of products that was just simple. He's like, 'cause he feels like simplicity is best. You don't need a whole ton of products, you know, to get the job done. So he created like a 3-step thing: a deep conditioner, a leave-in, and a gel. And then he did it for like 2 different like types of hair. There's a line for like, I think it's like 2A to 3B, and then there's a line for 3C to 4C of hair. So we got the 3C to 4C, and we have here
for ourselves,
personally,
right? But then they had giveaways. Do they have 2 separate ones for the giveaways?
We have a set for we have a set of each for our giveaway. But after talking to some of the people who had already used it, even people who had like a wavier texture said that they preferred the one that was like heavier.
Yeah, like for the coils, because did they say that it just gave more definition? Why did everybody reach for the coily one?
I forget what the girl said, but I know she had kind of like curly, wavy kind of hair, and she said she preferred the thicker one.
And the names were so cute. Like for the gel, Let's Get Kinky. That's cute. Then what is that?
This is the leave-in curl primer, and it's called the Main Squeeze.
Yeah, the names were cute.
And then this is the deep conditioner, and it's called Seal the Deal. And so these products are like 100% curly girl friendly. It was like heavily pushed in the room, curly girl friendly. Everybody was into curly girl friendliness. So these are curly girl friendly. Yeah. And so we will be doing that. I mean, there's so much to do, because I saw someone ask about meech. When are we going to do the meech? I know we have to do the meech styler. We have to do these before like the event gets like too old, too outdated. We got to do Alikay Naturals. There's like so much to do.
We did so much more resting than we should have this week. We saw that when we started thinking tonight. What did we put out? And we realized there was only 2 videos this week. So we got carried away. We asked you guys, were too much videos back to back to back too much? And I think you guys indicated that yes, we could kind of like have some space in between, and I think we got carried away.
But I also feel like our Briaggio, I was gonna say Biolage, our Briaggio video was very good. Like I felt like we were back, like our energy was back, and all that kind of stuff, because we're not filming back to back to back to back, and we don't have stuff to talk about. So we took it too far the other way this week. We need to bring it back this way a little bit. But there's gonna be a lot of reviews coming. Speaking of,
because our channel is built on, for those that don't know, or for some of you guys that give us advice about if we cut down our videos, if we didn't talk so much, that's what our channel is about. We're like a talkative, chatty mother-daughter. It's, I don't know what genre we would fit in. Definitely natural hair, but I don't know. It's like wisdom tips, it's advice, it's story time. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on our channel. Though we didn't know what it was, we don't actually say story time, because some channels are built on story time. Our channel's not built on story times. I just happen to tell stories about your childhood, my life, and so you guys call it like a story time, but it's not a channel that I would label like a story time. But that's the part of the videos that you guys like the most. When we don't talk as much, you say we miss the story times, and so we were finding that we were filming so much that we weren't living life, and there was nothing to put into the videos. There was no conversation. So then we found ourselves constantly saying, oh, this has so much slip. Oh, that's all we were saying. It feels so, smells so good. Like, how many times can you talk about a product and the slip it has? Yeah. So we said we're not living life. We have no stories to tell. Yeah.
But I love the Briaggio video. Somebody said I'm saying it wrong. Briaggio. I love that video. Like, you know, I was like, that's like a really good video that we did. We were talking. We got, you know, we talked about the product. We talked about our set. Like, it was just a good video. I loved our energy in that video. So I was like, that's what we need to do.
TJ Lightfoot, how about combining the treatment Tuesday with the next day wash and go? Just a suggestion. In the same video,
that would be long.
It would be long, and it's just like, it's what we do all the time, kind of anyway. Like, we come on, the only part that you might miss in our normal tutorials is the fact that we're putting the deep conditioner in, but everybody knows how to apply deep conditioner. So I think to tack on a completed video like that, that's kind of like what we do all the time, we felt. So when we're doing treatment Tuesdays, we wanted to make it simplistic. Just go in with the treatment, make it about the treatment, and then we always sign off when our hair is still wet, because you guys have gotten the bulk of the video. The treatment, the way it smells, how it works, how it applies, and the results when we rinse it out. Other than that, you just choose your style, and we felt. We were doing the next day wash and go on Wednesday, but it just started becoming so
and something about filming filming back to back is just a lot. Like our coconut video, we did that first one, we did the stylers first, and then we filmed the shampoo, conditioners, and deep conditioners. And by that second video, someone was like, look how serious TaylorAnne is. No, TaylorAnne was tired, like after doing that first 40-minute talk through and then doing a second 40-minute talk through, like I was like zoning out. So that's what we were doing for our treatment Tuesdays and wash day. We would film it all at the same time. We would, we would say, okay, and bye, see you in the next video kind of thing. And then we would just maybe switch the backdrop, switch our clothes, and then sit down and film the wash day. And by the wash day, we were like, this has so much slip. This is amazing. Like, because we did all our talking on the treatment Tuesday. So now we tried to like split the filming days up a little bit. But we're working it all out. Lots of good reviews coming.
Yes.
But we do have, I brought the Briogeo down as well. They sent us 2 boxes because there's 2 of us. Shout out to them.
And they're both in your room. I'm not allowed to touch. I can just look from afar.
You can just look from afar. The products come in and I just take them. I just have to assess things.
There's nothing to assess.
I just have to assess things. You don't have anywhere in your room to put products.
Yeah, so you just take them all and just
Because
juggling them.
I see where your products are in your room, and lately I've been wanting to just like take them out and just like examine and.
Yeah, no.
Girl, you don't appreciate your products, and I baby my products.
Yeah, I know you do.
So we have the Curl Charisma line here.
Oh, welcome, Lily R. She's so excited she can watch live while it's going live. Lots of people say that. They always get live after live.
Where is it? Lily R?
Lily R.
I love the name Lily.
But then some come live when it's live. So then they can chit-chat. And meet the people in the room, the MADCURLS fam.
That's what I always tell people. I'm like, someone said they were like new on their journey or something. I was like, oh my gosh, come to live. Like, you learn so much, not just from us, but from,
like, even if we're just
yapping
people. And talking and I'm not looking down at the questions, you guys are catching them and you're answering them and you guys are having your own individual conversations with people. So it's just a fun time on Friday nights.
People make friends.
Yeah.
Up here. Also, someone said there's not that many reviews on it, so it would be great to see ours. Yeah, so the Curl Charisma line, there is this is a shampoo, this is a conditioner, this is a shampoo. Girl, are you going to put yourself to work, girl? You're just sitting there posing for animal crackers, girl. Okay.
Okay. Girl,
what's that, girl?
This is the conditioner, and this is the hydrating shampoo.
They have, it says rice amino, what is it? Rice
amino and avocado.
And avocado, so I feel there's definitely protein in this,
and
right?
This is rice amino plus shea.
Rice amino, rice is protein, right?
Yes, right, that's why people do the rice, those rice.
Yeah,
ones?
no, they're like this, for example,
rice.
this chia and flaxseed coiling custard. I'm already looking right now and I see rice amino acids, hydrolyzed quinoa, keratin amino acids, so there's quite a bit of protein in these.
All right, I'm very uncomfortable in this.
Because you got this giant pillow.
I'm gonna have to get
Why don't you put it on your back?
Maybe so. Yeah. This is just not working out for me here.
Make sure your foot's not asleep.
No, it's not, right? Oh my god.
Because sometimes when like you're sitting and like one foot's like this foot will fall asleep.
Yeah, remember I told the story how my foot was asleep and then that's how I ended up at the hospital a few weeks ago?
Yeah. Because you tried to stand up on a sleeping foot and you fell all up in the window.
Okay.
All right. So where were we? Did you get the smells of these, girl?
Okay, let's see.
What is how do you open it? Oh, there it goes.
Okay, let's see.
This is the conditioner.
Oh, fancy. Fancy big lid, but when you open it, it's just a typical.
Okay, it smells like lotion. It smells like baby lotion.
Pop. Does it?
Kind of smells like lotion to me.
All right. Is anybody familiar with the line? Yes. See, Briogeo will be in Lori's room because of the protein.
Not so fast. Not so fast. What does that smell like?
Yes. I can't describe it, but it's pleasant.
Oh, that smells
it's mild, whatever it is.
This is rice amino and avocado leave-in defining cream.
It's got like a fruity, right? I'd say if I had to,
that smells fruity.
This smells fruity. This is
this kind of smells fruity.
Shampoo.
Too. Yeah.
So, if I had to put it in the category, it's definitely not sweet, and it's not cucumbery or like vegetable.
Girl, people are saying your hair is growing, girl. I keep seeing that.
Guys, please, I can't. I know it is.
I was like, Mom, I'm so sick of you and your hair. Like, I don't understand.
I know. That's right, because I'm taking scissors to my own. So before I went to New York the other day, I was just like cutting off the big pieces that were hanging. I'm taking matters into my own tentacles, as Ursula said on Little Mermaid. Okay, I'm tired of this. So I cut as I see fit now.
And you were trying to get me. You've been trying to get me to get a haircut, girl.
I said I'm gonna do yours, girl.
Yeah, my mom's gonna do mine. She's gonna cut my ends off, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it definitely is. But normally when you big chop and you kind of like get to this phase, like you're happy about it, but because I wanted such a severe cut, I don't know. It's like growing out so fast, and I just got a cut. What? Not even a month and a half ago, I don't think. So, I know I'm very cognizant of it daily.
There's also rice amino and quinoa frizz control gel.
Oh, okay.
Gel. And and then there's the mask. That's not part of this line, but we said throw this in there anyway. And people were talking about like how expensive this mask is. This mask is. It is a lot of coin. It's $36 for 8 ounces, but it was really good. It was such a good mask.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a treat, not something I would use every wash day because you would go through it like crazy, but it was really good.
It really
was amazing.
Now I see what you guys are talking about. Who's tried the shampoo? I think somebody said earlier. Come back through again if you said earlier.
Aaliyah Webster, I did cut my hair short and shoulder length last year. I had, if you go back to like last December-ish, I definitely had my hair like here and I had bangs and my hair was dark. Don't even recognize myself.
The question has come up again where I got my t-shirt. There's on Instagram a page called what was it? Girl, my memory's starting again.
TM something.
CMTs. Yeah, CMTs. All right, CM and then
that should be easy to remember. Remember CMTs in school?
So it's a Christian site. I think it's called Christian Movement or something. So that's where I get them all. When you see them on Friday nights and they say amen or all that, that's what Proverbs, that one, I get them from that site.
Kay Nivison said, I need advice for going blonde. She has her appointment next week. Go slowly. Because I didn't realize until we really sat down and talked to our stylist that I didn't get to this color with one treatment. She definitely had been dyeing my hair for years to get to this color. It's like a process. And if you go too hard, too fast, I would never get a full slab again, even though like we joke and laugh about it, but that was way too intense. And those were the pieces that like shed it and fell out first, were the driest. Yeah, no, that was way too many highlights. Way too many highlights.
Even myself, as of late, when did I get my hair highlighted? Very recently.
Deep condition like crazy.
Not as recently as I got my hair cut, but I noticed that my hair was in pretty good health because it had been big chopped. It was growing back and all was well. And you guys saw the whole process throughout the year and all of that. But I noticed when I went back again, not the first time when you got the full slab and I got just a little bit, but the second time when I went back and I really emphasized, I want highlights, I want highlights. Well, I got highlights and I've been seeing what we always warned about, you know, the breakage. I'm starting to notice like I actually like have edges because they're like broken off. It's the breakage, and so it's
I have that too in the front. The pieces in the front that are a little bit coarse. That
and I
stick
never
up.
had that when I big chopped. When it grew back, it all grew back evenly. And it was just a lot of all even lengths of hair. But I'm noticing now it's like the frizzy edges, you know, and I didn't have that. So I said, okay, that's bleach. Okay.
Yeah. So like definitely this just deep condition and like a slow process. Like don't get a whole bunch of highlights at once. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And
anyone that tells you that and convinces you of that, I would probably take my business elsewhere because, and don't try to convince them or make them change their mind and like be so demanding. Like I want highlights, I want them all over because they're the professionals and they know what's best. And so you're going to ask for something that you're not really sure of the damage. So we're the main ones that promote highlights and say it, but there are instances where you got to kind of like stay your hand a little bit and take it slowly.
It's definitely a process. Yeah.
And they get better like as you get them. So the first time you get them, you see kind of like them throughout your hair, and then the next time you see different dimensions. The old ones might be maybe more like a coppery color, and then the new ones are like more blonde. And so that's why like people, you really can't like mock or mimic this. You cannot get this look. You can take this picture to the salon with you, but they're not going to be able to mimic this. This is years and years and years of highlights and different dimensions of it, and that takes time. It's simply time.
Yeah.
So,
does anybody on here use Diva Curl? Like heavy, like loyal, love Diva Curl, love their no poos, their one conditions, their styling creams. Is anybody like a heavy Diva Curl fan up in here? Just curious.
Yes, we didn't know Briogeo was black owned either. That was news to us. So does everybody know that? We didn't know it. Okay, I cut my single strand knots, which hurts my growth. How do you cut them? Do you just kind of like trim off the ends a little bit, or do you go in a lot? I'm looking at 0.0 million views. Let's see.
Yeah, because we got...
There's Chloe Ann. Is it Brady? Hey, Chloe.
We got a box the other day from Diva, and it's like we use Diva. Like, I love Diva. Like, whenever I use Diva, like, it's like a type of wash and go I go to when I know I just need something that works and that's good. Like, I love their one condition. I love their gels, their styling creams, but they sent us, like, this huge no poo.
Okay.
Like a huge no poo.
It's huge.
And, a huge one condition original.
Is that
And-
original? All this.
And a styling cream.
Okay.
And so I was like,
All the original.
yeah, I was like,
Okay.
no. Do we need a giant thing? Two giant things? So I was just wondering who likes Diva. The original.
I like Decadence. You like Decadence?
No, I like the original.
Okay.
I like the original. I like the original line.
But never to the point where you would use all of that, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I already have bottles upstairs. Like, so I was saying, like, maybe we could send it somebody else's way who likes the original line.
Yeah.
Because it's Diva Curl Original. And the styling cream, which there's the super cream and there's the styling cream. And I prefer the styling cream than the super cream.
Okay, so Nelly, hi Nelly White. So what's too hoo expensive and too hoo much protein? What are we talking about here? Okay, a lot of people haven't tried the original line. Can't afford them. I haven't either. Ari, do you use Diva? Have you tried Diva before? I feel like, yes, all the originals. Wow, so a lot of people like the original. So nobody likes the Decadence. I love the Decadence. I really want to try this super cream. Which is the super cream and what is this? There's two different types of stylers.
There's the styling cream and there's the super cream.
Okay.
I believe the super cream, I feel like the super cream is more like Decadence-ish. Like, it's definitely heavier. And when we first went back to Diva, that very first Diva video we did, remember we were like, oh my gosh, there's different lines. Like, we had no idea.
Yes.
And so when you bought me Diva for my birthday, and you bought me, I think, the gel and the styling cream or something. And I love the styling cream, but you bought me the super cream, and we had no idea there was two different lines. We had no idea there was a yellow line, a green line, a turquoise.
Yes.
Like, we had no idea.
Yeah.
And so I bought like all the wrong products, but I don't really care for the Decadence line, and I don't really care for the super cream. I prefer.
Is that the super cream in that box or the styling
This is the
cream?
styling cream.
Okay, you like the styling cream.
I prefer the styling cream.
Okay.
And so the super cream has coconut in it. That's probably why I don't like it. Like, I don't know.
Because did we have that when we did our coconut video? Did we mention Diva at all? Because somebody said that we didn't mention Diva and had coconut in it, or
We actually misspoke. The Decadence line doesn't have coconut in it.
somebody just said.
That's what somebody said. No, she said the super cream has coconut in it.
Oh, but actually, the entire line.
No, but actually the Decadence leave-in has coconut in it.
Okay.
The new, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you like the Decadence, the original's lighter. So
I was not impressed.
the original is definitely lighter, and then the light is even lighter.
TJ Lightfoot, the elongating that cream, right, that came out recently. It's not like necessarily a line. It's just that one product that came out, that super stretch elongating cream, and it definitely elongated. I would not put that in my hair now because I want my hair short.
The Diva Curl, yeah,
yes,
that was an amazing cream.
Yeah, it definitely elongated our hair.
The difference between Decadence and the original is the ingredient. The Decadence line is definitely heavier, and I think they do promote that more for like those kinkier hair textures. That's supposed to be kind of like for like the kinky, coily girls. I think the original is more for like the curly girls, because ours,
Hold on, I just want to make a moment here. Chelsea, is it Knowles? She said her and her fiance are watching tonight. Yeah, I watch you on Facebook. She's gonna get married, guys. She's gonna get down that aisle.
Okay, down the aisle.
So-
Down
so-
that aisle.
I'll say hi to Chelsea and the fiance. The fiance.
Congratulations.
With the countdown yesterday, it was like 127 more days, or was it like
Oh, that's
100
so
more
cool.
days? Guys, I'm watching the countdown.
Yeah, so Aaliyah, there's three lines. There's the yellow line, which is Delight, which is definitely, I feel like, for like wavy textures,
Yes.
like wavy hair. Then there's the original, which is for like curly hair textures, and then the Decadence is supposed to be for like coily, kinky textures. So for us, they sent us curly. Because I know some other influencers got a box like this, and they all had like, some people had different things there. Some people got like the Decadent stuff for their hair type. We got curly.
Oh, really?
So we got all the original stuff in the styling paint, but other people got whatever was going to be good for their hair texture. So
Fiance. Yes. So, why did they send them out? Is there something like a new launch? Why did they send that out?
they sent this out just to welcome us into the Diva Curl influencer community again for 2019.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually were asked if we wanted an affiliate link, but I feel like our people don't shop Diva like that. So
There's certain
I mean, if you do,
products.
it would be cool to use our link, but like we don't put Diva on our channel like that. We don't. You guys don't buy Diva like that, I don't think.
Like we all know we have to go to sotanicals.com to buy their products, so that's just a given. Diva, you can go into a store.
Yeah,
okay?
who buys Diva online, really? I'm like, I feel like if I'm buying Diva, I'm probably going to go to Sephora, go to Ulta, or something.
And Alikay Naturals, I buy that online because you get more of a selection. Though some of them are in Target, but it's the same old products that they wheel up on the aisle. Okay, we all know it's the honey sage deep conditioner. It's the lemongrass leave-in. You can't get everything in there, so that's why you have to kind of like order online.
Yeah.
But Diva, something like Diva, you can just walk into the store. So that's, you guys are not going to just buy it online, so I wouldn't do that. When you can go into the store and get it.
We might buy online if there's like a good enough discount. Or something
I don't know
like
if they're necessarily offering discounts as much.
No,
as
it's just like if you click our link to go to their website and you purchase, like we'll get some type of kickback from that, whatever that kickback is.
And that is so many different layers to that. Like it has to like, it's just like, after a while it's ad nauseum, all these different codes and different things. Certain things that we know our channel would appreciate. We're still waiting for the Sotanicals code. Okay, that's the big one. We need to have a celebration when that one finally comes through.
The Sotanicals, Mom?
Yeah, like we really want that code for you guys. Definitely for myself, but definitely because this is a Sotanicals channel. We love Sotanicals, so we all would benefit. But something like Diva, we can just march into the store. There's no incentive. All right, that dryer. Like, gosh, I got stuck on the bell. Like, I hear you. I'm not coming to get you now. I'm doing live. All right, clothes can wait. Yeah. So you guys agree? Like, Diva's not one that you would order.
Guys, we can't afford the main choice right now.
I know.
There's so many main choice lines you guys want us to try, but we can't afford main. First of all, we can't find it. Second of all, we can't afford it.
Well, I saw the one in Target the other day. I also saw Courtney posing with the prickly pear line. You can get a robe. I didn't want a robe. Like, for $49, $49.99, the bundles, like, jump on. I think it was yesterday, Valentine's Day. It was like a silky purple robe. That they could have taken out and put in another product. So the silky purple robe along with the prickly pear.
I would have rocked the purple robe. I love silk.
Mask. And what was the other thing in there? A leave-in maybe?
Remember I was so excited for college my freshman year. I got silk sheets because I always wanted silk sheets. And then when I went to college, I got silk sheets.
Yes, Lady Smash. Love the kink drink. Love that. But now for the month of February, and she's really into pushing Black history and all that, she had the stores. Hopefully I'm not misspeaking, but like you buy something and send in the receipt and they will give you an $80 bag of products worth of $80 worth of products in the bag, okay? Just showing them a receipt with one purchase, I think. I might have misspoken if it's just one purchase. I don't think you have to meet any dollar limit. You show them one thing that you bought, supporting a Black-owned business, and there was no dollar sign there, and they will send you $80 worth of products. Am I speaking right?
Original Hershey, no, I never fell out of bed. I never went sliding out.
Pearl said, yes, I did that today. Yes. But anyway, with all that said, so then they had a store there that all that night, remember when we were doing the Camille Rose thing, we were all looking for that creamer store, and then we all shut down the Camille Rose website, and then we all went over to Hitachi. Well, Hitachi was one of the stores, and they actually, like, I was window shopping. I've seen Sotanicals products in that store I've never seen before. Like, I bought that Kink Sink oil, but there was, like, something that they kept saying that you have to put in your hair before the Kink Sink oil. I think I saw it on the Hitachi shelf. I saw a lot of things on the shelf that I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know the Coco Rasul existed. So I got an email today, something new.
Did that interest you?
No, because I don't really like the smell of chocolate all the time. Yeah, not all the time. So, and I don't know how strong it would be, so I wouldn't want to do that. But Yeah, so Hitachi had a lot of things in there that I was like, oh wow, like I didn't know. So Botanicals has been around for a while and have made so many things, limited edition, and it's just hard to keep up with. Just when you think you've had it all, you see something like, when did this come out, or how long ago was this out there? So you will go broke trying to keep up with Botanicals.
Totally.
So you have to just get what you like and stick with your favorites.
Or any of these companies. I see, I don't know, the main choice, not the main choice, Cream of Nature is sending macaroons to people. So I think they're dropping something new.
Let's see. Hi, Incredible Me. Let's see. Okay, was it Jessianne Rosario? Hi, sorry I'm late. Okay. Let's see. What else? Really? Tracy Williams said her hometown is rural, but Walmart is doing something shady. What's Walmart doing right now?
Are they locking products up?
Oh, Great Scholar picked up the big gel tub.
Did you turn the heat off down
What
here?
line? No, I didn't. I just put it. I turned it on.
I was gonna go get the heater and just have it blow near my legs.
Really?
Yeah. If you don't want to put the heat on.
No, I thought I did put it on. Maybe I didn't put it on high enough because I wanted to get the room nice temperature.
Are you getting cold?
I am.
Yeah.
Now
like,
that you say it,
like
I
I'm
am.
starting to get like chills in my
But
feet.
that heater is just too small. It's not gonna heat up this whole space.
Yeah. Well,
So.
yeah, it would. Yeah, you. I don't know if you'd be able to feel. I typically stick
Yeah, you
it here.
can. I mean, I can. I don't mind being cold.
Okay, so you don't want to turn on the heat.
Oh no, I can, but it's not gonna be in enough time like for
Okay.
it to really make a difference. Now that should have been turned on, like I said, at 5 o'clock. To really make the difference. So you can get the little heater.
Yeah, Britt Ferguson, Shea Moisture changed their ingredients again, but I heard it's for the better. They changed their what is it? They changed their packaging and they changed their ingredients, but I heard it was for the better.
I know we have to always be so careful because when we
That's
do
what
like
I
these
heard.
protein-free videos or coconut-free or whatever free, and we put an old bottle in or an old product from Shea Moisture, oh my gosh, all of a sudden we see that the ingredients change, and it's just like, there we go again. You guys will tell us, nope, that one now has this in it, or this one now has this in it, or they've taken this out of it. So I don't know why they switch and swatch. Are they doing better? You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Was it broken? I don't know. But I don't follow Shea Moisture to that degree. Like, I would know Botanicals changes and stuff, and I love Alikay, so I would know that, but I don't know Shea Moisture enough. There's certain lines I love, like that yogurt and honey. I love those deep conditioners, but it's just like particular pieces in each line that I might like here or there, but there's not one line I just gravitate towards. What WeDad products, Shayna Paris said, do y'all recommend? I use the Curl Immersion Co-Wash and love it. And we have that, and then we have the light poo, I guess it would be, where it has slight lather. I love that line, but my favorite line is the blue line, I call it, but it's the Curl Quench line. So I don't take it from start to finish. I don't take the shampoo and the conditioner. I like the Nourish Oil shampoo, if we're speaking WeDad only. Or I'll do the clarifying, the superfruit. I think they brought out a new container. So though I thought it was gone for a while, I believe it's back. They just changed the packaging. So I love the superfruit clarifying shampoo, or the nourishing Carter, or the nourishing oil shampoo. And then I like the curl quencher from the blue line conditioner that I put in and rinse out slightly, so it's kind of like a leave-in. I use that as a leave-in, though they have a leave-in, but I don't necessarily like the WeDad leave-in, so I use the curl quencher as a leave-in. And then I like the cream that they have.
We have a super chat. It says, LoriAnne, please compare Meech your other way.
Okay.
Please compare Meech protein to Briagio. Was Briagio protein? That mask?
Okay, Meech was last week, and I loved Meech.
That was a straight up protein
yeah,
treatment.
that was protein, because they had protein, and you did the moisturizing one. I absolutely loved that Meech one last week. I was pleasantly surprised with that. So the Briagio made my hair super soft. Grab that container, see if that Briagio had protein in it, because normally I look for definition or like the boing factor in my hair, like my curls really boing back, as I always call it. I don't know. I don't remember that being the standout factor for Briagio this week. I felt the softness of it and how it was very hydrated and moisturized, but that Meech one, is up there, guys, with my Curl Junkie feelings about protein, the Curl Rehab, the what other protein conditioners do I rave about? It does the job, like say like an Afro-G, the Miche one, but it's not Afro-G. It's not like as harsh as that Afro-G. Afro-G is no joke. And so back in the days, I would do Afro-G. I don't reach for Afro-G at all anymore because there's too many other ones that get the job done just as effectively, but just with milder process to me for my hair. So the Miche one is the standout for the protein for me. Does this have proteins in this?
Let me check the back.
Okay, let's see. You know, I can't read the little ingredients. Ebony, does your hair like protein? Because if your hair likes protein, or anybody else here on the channel tonight, the Miche is the one that I love. I was very surprised.
We have hydrolyzed keratin, like 5 lines down.
Keratin, that's in the family of protein, right? That's the.
But I don't think this
things.
is pushed as a. This is not pushed as a protein treatment.
It's so far down. You love it too, CCJ, the Miche?
The Don't Despair Repair, I don't think is on the level of a Miche protein treatment. The Miche protein treatment is a protein treatment. This is not a protein treatment.
Yeah, it may have protein in it, but this was not the standout. This to me was super soft and very moisturizing. But the main thing I keep saying is soft. My hair was so soft, so shiny, so looking healthy. That Miche one, oh my gosh. I just love the way my hair looked. That, like I said, was on the scale of all my other proteins that I line up there. Definitely the Shea Moisture. It's there. Shea Moisture pushed a lot of my protein. I think that's the first one that made me wake up to stop with this Afro-G. Other things can be just as effective without like frying in that heat of that protein, those bonds. Like that's too much. So
it is pushed as a restorative treatment because once it's pushed as a restorative treatment, it is. But there's only keratin in it.
But you know how I said one time, you see the word repair, restorative, all of that, that means protein to me. So
yeah, but this is not like laden down with protein at all. Like the other products were like hydrolyzed this and hydrolyzed that and amino acid this and like
Okay, Magnificent just literally just did an Afro-G protein tonight. And before, my memory goes woo woo every now and then. Magnificent, were you the one that was applying for a job at Rio Gio? And we were all. Everybody was praying for her, so.
Hi, Joe. Yeah. It's Joe Ortiz. So he hasn't been here in a while. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. And learn from us. Joe's the one, well, that cut my hair before, that always cut my hair as I was going through my journey. And Joe has invited us back to the salon, which we were talking about this week. But Joe, Taylor said she's tired of me being wishy-washy with my hair. I said it takes 2 stylists to cut my hair, okay? Because Joe, you weren't cutting, like I said, like cut. I want my hair short, okay? And I think in the curly world, sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, but why do you guys want people to hold on to the hair? When I say cut, like I mean cut. So I went back to my other stylist. Number one, she was in Connecticut still, and I knew she understood when I say cut, I mean cut. And she didn't have a problem cutting, so she did, and it was super short, though it's growing back now. But she doesn't shape the way Joe shapes. Joe knows how to shape curly hair. So as it began to grow back, as you guys watched the journey throughout last year, you started seeing that it went from super short and then it started kind of like being shaped as it grew back, and I love that. So I said, do I need 2 stylists to cut my hair? One that cuts when I say cut and one that shapes. Like, why can't I find that all in one stylist to cut short and then, but yet
chop it off,
but yet shape it? Because
yeah, no, she's ready to take the trip back to Jersey. I'm like, can you just like shave it off? And then we won't have to worry about anything. Like, I swear, like, every other week we need to go and get your hair cut again.
I know.
I don't know what that's about.
I know. I thought the answer would be when I stayed in Connecticut and she cut my hair super short. But then I noticed straggler pieces. And then I started becoming a Joe Ortiz. I'm like, well, when I would point out pieces to Joe when I was in the chair, he would just say, where? And I'd say right there. And he'd go, snip. So I've been doing the Joe Ortiz here. I've been finding long stragglers and I've been snipping them off. I'm like, Joe did it. So, but no, I need it shaped again now, but taken down a little bit more because quite a few of you guys said
he said,
tonight,
okay, I'll cut.
Okay, Joe. All right.
Yeah. Nope. She's ready again. I'm like, Mom, really?
Yes. When I say cut, I mean cut. So I want it a little bit shorter when I come to New Jersey, and now short and shaped. That'd be the perfect combination, short and shaped. Not just short and like I'm dealing with pieces hanging and all that. So if I can get that, and I know Joe can do it, but Joe wasn't understanding when I say cut, I mean cut. Like, cut, Joe.
You're like, you have like this cut demon right now. Like, you want to cut, because you were looking at me upstairs saying, like, you need to get those ends cut. You need to cut your hair. And so you were saying the other day, like, you're like, Joe needs something to cut. Maybe you need to get bangs again. I'm like, no, Joe said I didn't have the face for bangs. Joe said no bangs. Like, so, like, I don't know what I need. He said I have, like, I forget what you said, Joe, but it was like, I do better with, like, the side sweep instead of, like, bangs across my head. And so I don't know what I need, but I need some shaping probably too.
I said because we are product testers and you have to make the products look good for the companies in their best light. I said all this straggly hair tonight. I said you're not making. I said Alikay in its
you
best
were
light.
Like dragging me for the filth, and I'm like, we're getting ready to go on live. There's nothing I can do with my hair, and you were just staring like with a straight face, like, you know, those ends. No, it looks a mess. Like this and that.
I'm
like
well,
what do you want me to do?
Your best light tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you want me to do? We're getting ready to go on live. Like,
well, that was my fault because my glasses were so cloudy, and she was across the room, and it just looked like a ton of frizz, and it just like a long straggly hair. But when you came up closer, then I started seeing all the curls and all the definition. I said, oh, okay. Now I see it was my eyesight. So
you're making me feel very vulnerable before we had to get on camera.
But you still need to cut the ends.
Yeah, no, I know. I need some type of shape. I do. I don't know what I need. Well, I just said when I need it. When it's going down, I don't know. But I know you, when you say you're ready to cut your hair, you were off it. You're like, I booked an appointment. Here's when we're going.
I don't know. That's interesting. Nisi Raina said maybe Lori's hair grows faster because of side effects of some medication you are taking. I wish, if only that were true. Like, side effects of anything sometimes take your hair out. I've never heard of medication that would make your hair.
People said it's genetic. Whether your hair grows, like how fast it grows. I don't know. Your hair grows literally within a week or two. Your hair grows so fast, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not taking a laundry list. I'm just taking one thing for multiple sclerosis. So there's nothing that the side effects are none. So, and one of them definitely is not about hair. So, when I have, if anyone's familiar with multiple sclerosis exacerbations, and they have to put you on a steroid for a certain period of time to make the flare up go away sooner, that's the damaging of the hair. That's the hair loss. That's when I had to finally big chop that time, because it just my hair was like shoulder length, and it was just a mess, and there was no reason to hold on to those strands and damaged hair. It just had to go.
Yeah. Someone said hair growth is definitely based on genetics. My hair doesn't grow as fast as yours grows though. Like my haircut that I got in November 2017, where I got my bangs and everything, a year later, November 2018, my hair was right back to it being long, no more bangs. Like, so my hair grows, but it definitely doesn't grow as fast as yours grows.
Okay,
yours grows
longer than mine ever grew.
Yeah, yours grows out.
Yeah, mine
and then down. Mine just grows down.
Yours grows in length.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people's hair grows. Whose hair grows? Mine hair grows big.
Yeah, how do you guys' hair grow?
Yeah.
How do you guys' hair?
Mine grows dense. Mine.
Hair's not a word. Hairs.
Hair.
Those people said I love y'all's hairs. Because there's two of us. Like, I love you guys. You don't hate when I say you guys is.
Oh, that's something new that I've been hearing on social media. You guys is like, you guys is? What is that?
It's like,
heard that a lot.
It's like you guys, but maybe there's like more than you guys is. Like it's like what is it? Like a possessive. You guys, then apostrophe s. You guys is.
Never heard of you guys is, and it just ping on my ear when I hear like you guys like. Yeah, like people say, yeah, so I want to know you guys' opinion. You guys' opinion, like I want to know your opinion. Like you're all inclusive, everybody on the channel, I want to know your opinion. I don't need to say you guys' opinion. Like that's crazy sounding to me.
Alright, so people cook grows out.
Okay, Shayna, my hair grows like LoriAnne density. I see people talk about the puff cup. I've seen the puff cup.
Ari, your hair looks like it grows out, like in density.
Yep.
Yeah, mine just goes straight down. And I was looking back at pictures kind of from like April, like May, and my hair was definitely up higher and there was more volume. So I feel like maybe I definitely need to take some off, because when it's shorter, there's more volume. When it's longer, it drags it down. And so like I don't get as much volume in my roots because it's being like pulled down.
Yeah, Texas, Sherry Mason said, it's like in Texas, we say y'all. Y'all, like, I say y'all. I'll even say to you guys, y'all come on downstairs. So we say y'all here, but not the way Texans do. But so that, I've heard y'all before. I just never heard of you guys's. You guys's. I can't do that one.
Sarah Fentine said LoriAnne is cutthroat. She kind of reminds me of my mom. But she would straight up tell me, oh, I like your hair straight, not curly. Like, yeah, no, you're just blunt. Just boom. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I came in the room kind of thinking, like, oh, this Alikay came out cute. It's okay. It's cute. And you were just like, no, like, you really need to get that haircut. You were like, you're not showing the product in its best light. Like,
I think a mother, shall we say,
dang.
has that luxury. And I think sometimes I often think, who was that girl's mom that let her go out looking like that? You know, dresses that they go out in the street in and clothes and stuff. Like, do they not do the check test? Do they not walk by their mother? And what mother would allow it to go past? Like, that's a mother's job to stop right there. That's an entirely different thing from hair. Like, hair, I was just saying, because we're product testers, like, you have to make it look in its best light. But I think it's a mother's job to maybe, it could be a little, I think it's all in the presentation, I've been told as of late. I'm a little too harsh, all in the presentation. Okay, so I've got to fix the presentation, and hopefully I can. But with that said, I think it's the job of a mother to guide and lead and direct, and you never finish teaching. My mother still teaches me to this day, and she is 70 and I'm 50, and I still learn from my mother. So, and I always check in with my mother for things. I always ask her, because I said to my son years ago, Spencer, who love him so much, he's a know-it-all. Okay, I said, Spencer, you'll never know more than me, even though he debated me all that day. I said, you will never know. Look me straight in the eyes. Look here,
I'm
son.
the captain
I
now.
know you don't want to hear it. He still doesn't. I said, but you will never know more than me. 20, I said, cannot be 40, and 40 cannot be 60. Okay, so with that said, some of the stuff's not book read. Like, he prided himself on learning things and reading and all that. That's all fine, well, and good, but you got to live life. You got to live life, okay? This is life experience and stuff. You will never be 40. At the time, I was 40. Ish, 40, like a few years ago, I probably was moving closer to 50, but still in my 40s. And I said, 20 will never be 40. You will never be where I'm at. You will never know as much as I know, ever. I'll never know what my mother knows. She's got another 20 years on me. I still don't know. I still have to live life. And so she knows things now that I'm learning, even as she's aging, and things that she's dealing with, that I'm taking it all in, because one day I'll be that age. And I see how she takes that kind of stuff in stride, and how she just tells it what it is, because it's just real life. It's just what the aging process is, and it's what she's dealing with, and she's very open and honest about that. And so I'm seeing things. And
Karen Reese said, yes, I would not let my daughter go out the house looking busted. Even if my daughter doesn't like what I had to say, it's my job. If I can't say it, who can?
Yeah, that's it.
You tell me when I look busted.
I do. And you're a mini me. You tell me when I look busted. You do. You like when we're gonna go out, I always want to wear like nice. I said, I'm 51. I'm not going to be wearing something that, like, you always want me to wear something like a little casual. And I'm like, I don't want to be casual. I could be casual on a Friday Night Live. That's fine. But if I'm gonna go to an event, I want to represent my age and represent who I am. And so I said, I'm not going to wear something just super casual. I'm like, so I don't care about like a button-down shirt. You're like, don't wear those busted button-downs. Nobody wears button-downs. I'm like, well, I'm not nobody. Like, I don't know.
You have button-downs and a whole bunch of pastel church sweaters. I just never know which way you're going to go. That used to be the look. The button-ups and the pastel sweaters. So
I like my striped shirts.
I just never know which way you're going to
yeah. But unlike people that maybe are younger than me and may get all like bothered by somebody saying something, I'm like, oh, really? That's your opinion? That's good. Thanks for telling me. But that doesn't move me. Just because you say I look a mess doesn't mean I receive that at all.
But did you wear it, though?
That night, no, I came up with something better, girl. But I'm not easily. I think I said on Facebook, they had the, you know, those tests that you take. Are you bossy? I said, I'm not bossy. I said, I'm more influential, I like to say. That I'll just say it. I think maybe just the idea of what I say, and it maybe plays on somebody's mind later on. So you'll say, I'm going to wear a coat to New York. And I'm like, oh, you are? I'm not. And so you're like, you're going to wear that? I'm like, yeah. And so you're so confident in what you're doing that it makes a person double think, like, why is she wearing a jacket? Maybe I should. Like, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying what I'm doing. I cannot help it that somebody changes their mind. That's called influence. That's what influence is when a person gets people to do something, but it's not purposely done. It's just who I am. And I think I talked about it a few weeks ago. When I go to focus groups or go someplace, people always look for like the leader. And they always focus in on me. What is it when I walk into a room? They don't know me from Adam. I don't open my mouth. But when I walk in, it's presence. I think it's presence. Like, this person walks in with authority. Like, she knows what she's doing. I don't open my mouth. But right away, they start asking, well, where do we sign in at? Where's the person we're supposed to speak to? I don't know, like, well, and then I start, like, I'm like, okay, we'll just all stand over here. They're like, okay, like, they need a leader. And so I just fall into that role, not purposely, but it's just who I am, I think. I just speak for the crowd, more or less. And so somebody will come in the room, are you guys okay? I'm like, well, no, quite frankly, we're not, because we don't know where the person that we're supposed to speak with. I'll be the one to step forward and do that, okay? Not because I was told to, it's just because it's who I am, you know, so I'll speak for all of us. I'm like, right, guys, like, we all don't know who, they're like, yeah, no, we don't know who the person is. But why didn't one of them say it? Because that's not their nature. It's my nature to step forward. Yeah, we're doing okay for now, but not much longer because we're waiting for the person. And they're running a little late, as a matter of fact. It's just who I am. And some people like it and some people don't.
Yes, well, tell them how you were at the event the other night. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, so we went to the event.
The Be My Curl event. Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely event. We already said it. We had a great time, but
Yeah.
we'll tell you this little story.
Loved the event, and we were greeted right at the door. They knew exactly who we were, and they were all excited, all that we said that earlier. Okay, so now the next thing that happened was they said that they were going to have drinks and hors d'oeuvre, okay? And the drink that was being offered was it champagne or wine?
It was rosé.
It was rosé. What's rosé? Wine?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like on the wine spectrum,
Okay.
right? I guess I don't know. She said it was rosé.
It was rosé. It was wine. I have never been to an event where the choice of beverage was wine, and if you don't drink wine, well, you drink hot, you know what my mother used to say, okay? Seriously, like, really, I'm like, well, what happens if people, number one, could be pregnant, number two, that might have a drug that they could not take, maybe there's something that they have an illness that they cannot take. Religion. I don't drink, and I say it over and over and over again. So I said to them, I don't drink, so what are my options? Like, I'm thinking they're going to offer me a soda, juice, or something, and then she held up the carafe of water and did like one of these numbers and said, and I said, so either I drink wine or I drink water. That was on the counter in a carafe, okay? So people, it's flu season, coughing, hawking, sneezing, particles in the air flying, falling down into a lid that was as big as this open with water in it. She picked it up by the neck and said, basically, this is your option. So I said, so either I drink wine or I get water that's been sitting around. I'm like,
well, do I at least?
I said, well, at least. So as she started pouring, so she grabbed a cup and she started pouring the water.
So I'm basically standing there like, Mom, make up your mind. This is not that hard. Either you get some wine or you get some water. Like, I know you're not gonna take the wine. I was like, so are you gonna get this water? And so you were just like, well, can I at least get ice?
You know what I always say, when at least, okay?
I'm just like, here we go.
Like, can I at least get an ice cube?
Go.
No, I couldn't at least get an ice cube. There was no ice to be had. You either get the water that had been sitting around, picked it up by the
like LoriAnne's getting started,
and start pouring it in the cup. So then I spotted like a 24-pack of Coke in the closet, but the closet door was open and my eyes saw it. So I said, oh, I'll just have a Coke can up there. So then everybody started getting all nervous, like, oh no, we can't touch it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't touch it? I'm like, it's a party, right? We were invited. We came from Connecticut. We're here in New York. So I'm thirsty. Why does everybody else get to drink something sweet? Because everybody's like, oh, the rosé is so good. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, it tastes like strawberry soda. Okay, so I said, why do I get punished because I don't drink? You know, so I have to get water that's been sitting around and particles floating in it. Because I don't drink. Like, I'm being punished because I said I went too far. Because I'm an alcoholic, I said it to you, but no, people that drink are not alcoholics. But I'm saying because I don't drink alcohol, I said, so now I said, no, I want a soda. So everybody started getting like all like befuddled, like, oh my God, like we can't, like it was like something really important. So I'm like, what do you mean you can't? This is a party. We were invited to a party and I see the beverage of choice that I want there.
And the lady behind the counter was like not amused. She was just like basically like matter of fact, like you're not getting the soda. We're not getting the soda. Like your options basically is water. And she was like looking at you like basically you're holding up the line. So like what are you gonna do? Like water or?
So then the lovely person that was there, that like our hostess that invited us to the party, I'm gonna go speak to the one that invited us to the party. So I found the girl and I'm like, we were invited to this event. And now it's time for me to get a beverage. And I said, my options are either wine, which I don't drink, I said, or water. And I said, but I see Coke on the wall. I would like a can of Coke, please. You know, and so she's like, oh my God, I gotta go ask Joe. Well, Joe, not Joe Ortiz, okay? Not this Joe, but the other Joe, the one, Be My Curl, that made that product, I didn't even know at the time who he was. And this is why I really dug him and this product. Because I like what he was about. I didn't know Joe. I didn't know the party was for him.
All this over a soda. Like they couldn't crack the soda open.
I didn't know it was for him, but I liked him. I liked who he was and what he was about, because little did he know. Well, no, he did know. He knew us when we came in, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he shook our hands first. He's like,
Yeah.
mother, daughter. He's like, MADCURLS. Like, I know who you are. He's like, basically, welcome, have a good time, enjoy yourself, whatever. But he was the one, I guess, throwing the party. And so we had no idea that
I
he
didn't
was
know the
one.
dynamic.
Yeah.
So when she said she'd go ask Joe, well, I was right on her heels. She'd go ask Joe. I could ask Joe for myself. So we all like pulled up to Joe at the same time. So she's like, she doesn't drink.
Me, I was sitting somewhere else. I was letting you do you. I'm like, she's off and running.
Right. So she said she doesn't drink wine and she wants soda, and they're not like serving her soda at the bar. And so he's like, okay. So they he left where he was talking to somebody and came over to the bar. And I don't know, everybody had this kind of like this scared, like the woman behind the bar. It's almost like those salespeople in Macy's that when you want to bring something back, they act like they're Mr. Macy's. Like, why are you bringing this back? Well, did you wear it? Like, girl, just take the stuff back. It's not going to come out of your pocket, so just take it back, okay? So like the people that she was going to have the bar on lock and key. It was her job for the party to serve beverages. She acted like she owned the party, and like she was going to, the stuff was coming out of her pocket. So then Jill, the one who the party's for, it's kind of like almost apologetically asking the one who's behind the counter, like, just like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. She can't have the soda. I mean, it was getting to be silly. And so he's like, could she have soda? So then what she did was, there was one soda can that was already open on the bar. So she got the cup, very aggravated, and took the open Coke can and started pouring it into the cup. I said, okay. I don't know where that Coke can came from, but rule number one with my kids when I raised them, I don't go to parties and walk away from open cans of soda or drinks and then return. Okay, I always told my kids, once you drop a cup at a party and put it down, you no longer own that cup, because you don't know what people drop into cups. Again, germs is the least of my worries. I don't know if somebody's popping pills in. I said, I have enough illnesses going on here. I don't need anybody dropping something like a Molly or whatever people do at parties. I don't know. Okay, and then I'm really off the wall. I'm already off the wall enough in my own right. I don't need any help, okay? And so I couldn't believe, like, seriously, so disrespectful, I thought, to pick up a can of soda that was already opened. And then it could have been flat, it could have been open for hours, and now she's gonna take it like aggravatingly and pour it into the cup. And so I said, are you serious? I'm like, do you mind getting me a fresh can of Coke over there on the wall? So I guess Joe at that point started getting a little uncomfortable, so he took his wallet out. Poor man. He should not have had to do that. So here's party number one. I don't know what the dynamics of the whole event was, who rented the room, who got the food, the drinks, all that. Insanity to me. So he's like, I'll pay for it. He said, so he took his wallet out and handed them over whatever amount of money, I don't know what it was, to buy my drink, my soda, my cup of soda. I didn't even get the whole can.
You didn't even get the can of soda.
Just a cup of soda, and he did that to kind of like, I guess, squash it. But I've never been to a party before where you're forced to drink alcohol, and if you don't drink, then you're out of luck. Insane to me, I thought.
And then once you got your cup of soda, you walked around for a little bit, mingled, then you were like, okay, now I'm hungry. You're like, where's the food?
It's a party.
Where's the food?
It's a party.
And they had food behind the bar, like little hors d'oeuvres, like little meatballs, little like chicken things, but they were putting them out in intervals. So they would put like 6 little meatballs on a plate, and then maybe like a half hour later put 6 more meatballs on the plate, because like the second they put the food out, people would pounce on it.
Yeah.
So the people that we were kind of like hanging out with, like they knew that you were hungry, so like the second they refilled, they were basically like, they refilled. Like, everybody was watching the bar for when they refilled, because now you were hungry. You guys will see in the vlog, there's gonna be like a picture of her like basically leaned back with her soda in her plate, like not bothered, like she got her food, she got her soda, like as she should.
But I felt like it was a party, and when you have a party, you are hostesses and you want the people to have a good time. And so the first thing is, you cannot assume, I think it's terrible. I said, everybody else speaks up in this day and age about what bathrooms they're going to use, what gender they want to be. I said, why can't I say, I don't drink alcohol, and so I want that to be respected as well. Why do I have to be punished? I said, I felt like I was a victim of some sort. I don't know what victim I would have been, but I want to be a victim so bad. I'm victimized tonight because I don't drink. So like they're discriminating against me because I don't drink. Like, you had to drink to get something good tasting, I guess, something like strawberry soda. But other than that, the carafe of water that's been sitting around, that was like almost like a punishment. So if you didn't drink, you're out of luck. And I'm like, that's unacceptable.
It was a type of party where we were celebrating products and people like to drink. I mean, at New York Fashion Week, when we go, they have amazing bartenders, but that's all they're offering, is the bartenders will make you anything that you want. That's what they buy. They buy like these awesome bartenders, and like that's all you get. So is is a drink while you're at New York Fashion Week watching Texture on the Runway. Like, that's all you get. So, like, I feel like a lot of these events typically are, it's all about the drinks.
It's all about the
drinks.
It's
just drinks,
they
drinks.
get everybody all feeling good, I guess, and they can really push the products. But I like to stay in my right mind, and I don't drink. And so, again, maybe it separates me from the youth. Okay, that's maturity in the community now. And you have different, like I said, standards. I have different standards. Okay, I was raised differently, and I am different now. I'm 50 years old. And I'm not saying that because I'm 50 I don't drink. I just never drank. I never gravitated towards alcohol. It's just not what I've done.
But I had to hear you go on about like one day when I get married about having alcohol at the wedding and how much that costs. That just triggered my memory because Kay Nivesine said, as an event planner, drinks are outrageous to actually offer. To have drinks at a party is over $1,400. Option of 2 beers and 2 wines is $4,000.
Wow.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know why they just stuck to that. I don't know why they didn't think. It's almost like when you go to a picnic in the summertime and they have a great big what is those I'm going to call it a Foot Locker, but it's not a
cooler.
A cooler. One cooler has all bottled water. Not even bottled water that night. You know, not even bottled water, just the carafe of water that's just been sitting around, okay? Not even like bottled water was I offered. So at picnics when you go, there's a cooler full of bottled water with all the ice on top. Then there's another, I mean, your hand is like practically numb when you dig deep. Like, oh, I want to see if there's a Coke. Oh, I saw a 7-Up at the bottom. You just keep digging until you get the soda. Okay, so then there's one full of soda. And then there's one of the beer and stuff if you're going to do that at a picnic. So there's plenty for, there's options. I have never been to an event, a party, a picnic, anything where you are relegated to wine. If you don't drink wine, if you don't drink alcohol, you're out of luck. Like, I can see if you don't drink soda, you're out of luck, okay? But alcohol, they're going to force you to drink alcohol. And if you don't drink alcohol, you're punished for it. That's how I felt that night. I'm like, that's why you're like, Mom, it's not that difficult. To me, it was difficult. I couldn't wrap my mind around the concept that I wasn't going to drink alcohol and they didn't have anything else to offer me. That's why you're like, Mom, come on, you're holding up the line. I'm like, I couldn't process it. I couldn't process that. I seriously could not process, like, my options. You're like, it's either water or wine. Water. Like, there's got to be another option here, and there really wasn't. And then I saw the can of Coke there, so it was another option for me, but it really was not an option. That was off limits. They, the bartender did not appreciate it, and Joe was scared, but he took his money out to shut everybody up.
Yeah, she was mad.
Because he knew basically that we were invited to the party. We were MADCURLS. He knew, like you guys, I said, the MADCURLS fam like preceded us, like they know who we are, and they knew. In this day and age, social media and stuff, you just got to be so careful. You don't know if people are vlogging. You don't know what they're going to say later on about it, whatever. So I'm glad that he did it. Little did I know at that time that was the guy who made the Be My Curl, and I'm like, wow, like that was cool that he did that. He did not have to do that, and he really kind of like stepped in, and I didn't know who he was at the time. So he really just showed himself in the best light. I didn't know. A lot of people know who he is. A lot of people get their hair cut by him, and I didn't know who he was, but I knew his character. Spoke volumes to me that he did that. But yeah,
Kay Nivesine, finger food for 200 people is $7,500 plus.
Wow.
We're gonna be catering my small little wedding one day. You gonna get in the kitchen with an apron and cook for all the people, girl.
Yeah, no, the event wasn't the line. We can't wait to try it. It has nothing to do with the man who the party was for. His hard work of the last few years of him putting his product out here. It was the in that one little area you can separate the event from, you know, the bar and the drinks and the people that they hired to do that. Just probably just not customer service friendly. Okay, so she probably could have just maybe said it in a different way. But I just don't think. I think that if something's on lockdown, then lock up the door. Don't have it just hanging out. The 24-pack of Coke was hanging out the cabinet. I don't know how things in New York work, but it was a beautiful New York brownstone. And I think that maybe they rent the space. Maybe during the day it's something else, and that belonged to someone else. Okay, and so it wasn't theirs to crack open the 24-pack. But unfortunately, these beady eyes saw it, and I wanted it because I didn't want water that had been sitting around. Bottled water, I could see if I was being like, all right, you know, bottled water, but it wasn't even bottled water. Okay, it was this, and I don't know what been sneezed, and I told you guys I can't get sick. I'll be laid up. I'll never recover. So I just try not to get sick. Yeah, I just try not to get sick and
never recover.
Coughing, hawking, you know. So I didn't know what had passed by that lid before I got to the bar, and
you were just ignoring me. I was like, Ma, Ma, can you not, ma? Like,
I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm tired of trying to do something and everybody acts like I'm doing the wrong thing. I don't think it was too much to ask that if I didn't drink wine,
but
then I wanted something
why
else.
are you always that person?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm always that person. Maybe because I just explained it, 10 minutes ago that I'm that one that has that. My aunt always said, you take power, okay? Power's not given to you. You have to own power. You have to walk into the situation and you have to act like that power belongs to you. So when you go places, I just matter of factly said, well, can I have a can of Coke? Maybe somebody else wouldn't have done it. Spencer, he's not like one to shake the cage or anything. He doesn't rattle things. He said I would have just not taken the water. He said I just would have walked away. I'm like, I know you. That's your temperament, Spence. Not my temperament. I don't know how I raised such sweet kids because I don't know why they're not more powerful because that's just my nature. Unless it came with age, I don't know. I have no idea. But that was unacceptable to me, and I want people to be presented in their best light. Everybody has to go up a notch. Like let's be better. Let's all like work toward being better. Let's be great. Let's all be great, you know. And so I wasn't gonna allow
last night we got some more information about the trip we're taking to Miami, and this morning you were on the phone with the people. Like you're like, I have to get a few things straight, and I'm like, why do you have to be that person? Like
because I'm gonna be going to Miami with a lot of different things that I wanted Honey's Handmade to be made aware of. So here we go. Love her so much. She picked up the phone. Miss V, Valencia picked up the phone. We had a wonderful conversation. She said, you know, you're going to hang with me all weekend. And I said, Valencia, I said, I'm Lori Wesley. And I said, we're the ones. She goes, yes, you won first place during the shoes. I didn't know who this MADCURLS was at all, she said. But she said first she did the contest and she asked people who they wanted to vote for. And she said, and then she saw us. That's when we first were put on the map, was first put in her vision. And she goes, who's MADCURLS? She had never heard of us. So she said she started watching our videos. And then she said it was a mother and daughter team. And she's like, you know, she liked that. And then as that day went on, she was watching again all the votes coming in too. And she said, it looks like they're going to pull it out. Oh, my God, it looks like they're going to pull it out. And she goes, and y'all did. She goes, you all pulled it out. You became first place. So she definitely knew who we were. So with all of that said, we got the email yesterday of all like the rules and the stipulations and all of that. And they're going to find the most affordable flight to Miami. And sometimes affordability means a lot of layovers and stuff. Well, if you have MS, you understand that in the morning you start off at your best point, and it's called like the spoon theory. Like every hour as you wind down throughout the day, you just take a spoon away, take a spoon. By the end of the day, you just have no energy. You're completely fatigued. Okay, I can barely like open my eyelids, and it's not a tiredness. It's just your body is just exhausted. And so I wanted to be put in my best light when I get to Florida because they are paying for everything, and I wanted to represent MADCURLS, represent the MADCURLS fam, and do the best I can for Honey's Handmade, knowing that I have disadvantages. Number one, my age. Number two, multiple sclerosis. Okay, so I wanted to make them aware of that. I wasn't going to just pop up down in Florida and say I have multiple sclerosis and they would have made different accommodations. I wanted to give them the chance to be their best.
Which I said was smart. I was like, because we're gonna be down there, I was like, you know, the weather, the heat. I know sometimes like over the summer, like extreme weather conditions, you don't do good in like extreme cold or like extreme heat. So I was like, we don't know what the weather's gonna be like, and
to show you guys how
it's gonna be a lot of young people
of Florida I am. I have never returned to Florida after my diagnosis because that's to me what kicked off the diagnosis. They say that you might have the propensity to have an illness, but something has to trigger it. And I spent 2 weeks in Florida when I was 30, when I was 29, 30-ish. And shortly after that, I was diagnosed with MS. Something triggered that. At that point, I lost my vision when I came back. And I got optic neuritis, which is always like the first signs, the telltale signs. Whether or not I would have ever gotten it, probably so, because I had the propensity to. But those tropical seasons, that weather, the humidity, all of that triggered something. And so from that point on, and I said I'll never go back to Florida again, and I haven't been. So this will be the first time I'm going to Florida because I feel like what's the worst that can happen? It is what it is. I already have it now. But with that said, I am very careful and cautious what I do. When I go to New York, I'm very careful, and when I do, I just plan things out. So again, no, I don't want this with people sneezing and everything because I could catch something. Okay, I can't take flu shots because of what I have. So I just wanted Honey's Handmade to be their best and for me to enjoy myself and do what I would have to do. So I wanted to kind of like get a gauge of what the weekend would be like and what we would be doing. And she said that, so these flights, affordable flights, absolutely, because not only we're going to send for 3 people, now she's sending for 4. Because she said when she saw, she's like, it's a mother-daughter team, and as she watched our videos, she knew she couldn't split us up. And she said the people wouldn't allow us to be split up. She said, you guys have such a strong fan base that they would never allow, they want to see both of you. So she knew that she'd have to make those accommodations. And they absolutely will. Over the weekend, they'll get the tickets. But I said,
the thing that just freaked us out was they said that they were going to get the most affordable flight, and we were kind of like pricing flights ourselves from different airports. We had to give them 2 options. And I saw that like the cheapest flights were the ones that took maybe like a 4.5 hour trip straight shot to Florida. It would turn it into like 12 hours because you had like 2 layovers or something like that. And I was like, that's insane. So
and just
hopefully we didn't want that to happen. Yeah,
I know JFK is huge and monumental, and so something like that. I think one time I traveled and I actually had to be in a wheelchair because the walking I just can't do. I'm not going to tire myself out on the front end of the trip walking long ways in the airport because I won't be any good by the time I get off the plane. So I said I have to be, sometimes when you book flights, you have to make sure you have wheelchair access and all that stuff. So I said I'm going to have to make them aware of the fact that I have MS and that I have difficulties with certain things. So I explained to her. So she said, oh, why? I didn't know. And so I said, no. I said, well, I don't know if it's a known thing in the community. I know in the MADCURLS fam, it might be a known thing. But it's nothing that I keep private now. You know, like the so-called story is out, but I wanted them to know if they didn't know, because they didn't know us. I wanted to underline that fact that I do have a disability, and so that has to be kind of like taken into consideration when you're doing the flight. Definitely do it the most affordable, but not where there's layovers where I'm sitting. One of them was 7 hours layover at an airport where I would get off the plane, walk through another airport. Okay, I could barely walk through JFK.
An airport that we probably 100% who have never been to before, like we're not familiar with, so
and
we have to like find our way.
The spoon theory, don't forget. Now my energy is depleting as I'm sitting, okay, there throughout the day, and I'm like, I have to make sure I speak about this so that it could be the best experience for everyone. So once she knew, she said, no, absolutely, because I would never, ever, ever send for somebody, she said, and then make you guys just like jump through hoops like at airports. No, she wasn't about that. And so I was very glad to hear that. And then as the weekend went on, the only thing, she said like lots of like photo shoots, lots of pictures and all that. The only thing I think that might be slightly problematic is bicycle ride. Okay, I could barely walk up straight. My balance is way off. Me on a bike, so that probably won't be taking place, but we'll see. We'll play by ear. Now I do ride a stationary bike at the club when I'm dipping it and doing it, okay? But I've never been on a bike away from it being stationary. You know, that's a lot of movement for me to be off the ground, feet off the ground now, my equilibrium, and now on a bike moving forward, and you know, I don't know. I haven't ridden a bike in years. So bicycle. So she said, that's all right. She goes, you go sit right next to me. She said, you don't have to do none of that. You know, just do like what you can do. So I just appreciate, I already like the vibe. She's accommodating. It's not, okay, this or nothing, okay? It's not like, well, we sent for you, this is what you're doing. No. She said, no, you're in my age bracket. She said, no, we're going to hang together. And I love that vibe. Like, I can't wait to meet her. She said she couldn't wait to meet me. And, but I'm old school. That's what I do. You pick the phone up. I always say pick the phone up and get your business straight. I don't do all this emailing and texting and stuff.
Hi, Sabrina.
Some things simply have to be spoken. You simply have to pick the phone up and make these things known. Okay, all this emailing, something gets lost in the translation. You have got to, I go back old school. You've got to pick the phone up and make yourself known. And so the conversation was crystal clear. She understood exactly. I understood her exactly. And I understood the accommodations and all that's going on. And so now I don't have a problem at all. But it very much weighed on me because I'm like, you know, we got this trip.
If you pick up that bottle one more time, they're going to die. Like, I know, just the way you pick it up. Like, I can't. You're a clown.
Yeah, I know.
You're funny. There's always has to be props and, like, things that you do. You're one of a kind. Your job's still holding on by a thread, though.
I know. This is why when we first came on tonight, I said my job, the whole time I'm away, is being threatened. She said, your behavior, it determines if you'll return to the channel. Girl, we were told the other day I was the channel, okay?
That's what they said.
So, but that's how I do business. And and I encourage
it. Yes, pick the phone up.
Right, pick the phone up. All this texting, and Valencia, I just want to let you know I can't take the flight. Woman of very few words. I'm explaining why I can't take a certain flight because I cannot be doing long layovers. I'm being fair to them, to let them know what they're. She doesn't know that a woman 51 years old is coming with multiple sclerosis. What a shocker that would have been. I'm sitting there looking busted down there. Okay, so I had to be honest. Forthcoming with the information. I'm not a woman of few words. I'm a woman of lots and lots and lots of words.
Yes, girl, we know. Girl.
Okay, so
lots and lots and lots of words.
I have to explain it. So I explained it, and nope, they're ready for it. They're excited, and
How was your guys' Valentine's Day? Did you guys do anything? Anybody do anything exciting?
Yeah, not bothered, Vanessa. So my job is hanging by a thread, and I'm not bothered.
Well, you got to do another round of what your shirt says and where it's from.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, so we've been saying this a couple times. I guess I have to do like I do my products. It says 0% perfect, 100% forgiven.
Chloe, mine too, girl.
This is from a page on, what is it? Is it a page? I don't know. Instagram stores? I don't know. It was on Instagram one day. I was scrolling by and I saw it. I love Christian t-shirts. And so I saw this, the best quality. You would think this was, I wish it was sponsored. One time they liked my picture on Instagram. I wear them so often. I need to tell them they could send me some. But anyway, this is where I get the Proverbs one. This is where I got the Amen one. Amen's not there anymore though for some reason. And I to me that was the best out of all of them. That big white lettering, the Amen. To me, that was just the most fantastic one. But
J Bubbles, how did your mom block your Valentine's Day plans? People have some good plans. Xavier said Valentine's Day is just another day. Thank you. Next. Ashley Harris said nothing. She had pink margarita. That sounds fun. Oh, Curly Ever After got a camera from her husband for filming. That's cool. Out to dinner. Our original Hershey said she watched the 50 Shades trilogy. That's fun. I think those are good. The 50 Shades of Grey. Those are interesting.
Yes, we can't either. It's a Grow My Curls. Can't wait for Curly Ever After YouTube. We can't wait either. We're waiting for Curly Ever After.
Cherie Mason, I was flirting with clients at work, getting them to pay that child support. Yo, that's so funny.
wait, what did she do?
She was flirting with, what'd she say? Wait, where'd it go? Flirting with, what did she just say? Hold on, I lost it. What the heck? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. She said I was flirting with clients at work, getting them to pay that child support.
Is she an attorney or something? Like,
oh, no, it's a joke, girl.
I know, but I'm saying, what? Like, how did she come in contact? You know me, I'm so like.
Now you want to know her job? Yeah. Who are your coworkers? Are they anybody of substance with
like,
some money?
Saying, does people do like in the court system? How would she have like the power over people paying child support?
Like, well, maybe I could be wrong with the joke I'm getting from it. It's like. It's like I'm assuming she's flirting with them, like you get a man, then he pays your bills, kind of thing. Like maybe.
Oh, I'm thinking that's. I'm thinking like it's a job where people have to come in and check in with the court, and they have to turn over their child support to the court and then.
Oh wait! I work at the child support office as an office.
I didn't get to be 50 for nothing.
I thought it was a joke.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said, what did she do? She would have to work somewhere in the court system that she would say, because people sometimes are just like, have to pay child support, acting like the woman brought the child into the world by herself. So yes, you have to pay child support.
It was so odd to read. I thought it was a joke.
She was like, say you're doing a good job, like bravo to you, good, this is good, like see you next week or whatever, like good for you, like complimenting them to get them to do the right thing. In other words, and so I saw that.
Girl, bye.
You think I never know anything.
Girl, because I literally think
20 can't be 50 now, I guess. 25 can't be 50. 50 can't be 75.
Girl, leave me alone. Girl, I can't. I'm not talking anymore for the rest of the live.
Okay, so Leah said I was on the same page as Taylor.
I wasn't alone? Okay, wow. Woo.
Chloe said I picked up what she meant. See, I picked that up.
I don't know how you guys got that from. I don't know. All right.
All right.
Woo. All right.
Everybody had good plans. I know.
We're saying happy birthday to Gail. When was Gail's birthday?
What does everybody think about V-Day? Like this year, was it just me?
It's Gail's birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday!
Oops, girl.
Oh my god. I fell over. I don't know. I've gotten more is it more vocal this year? Either people it's like 2 extremes. Either you like it or you don't. Some people love it and embrace it. Some people, as Karen Reed just said, it's a bogus holiday, but you get a chance to go out to dinner. I don't. I know that. Was it just me? Like when you're in a relationship and then you're no longer in a relationship. That story was told last week. Those that didn't know it, go back and see my latest. But with that being said, was it just me because of where I'm at in life right now, or did Valentine's Day just vomit up on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, or all social media? Like, did I just see couples everywhere, couples everywhere, couples everywhere, Valentine's Day, balloons, candy? Was it just me because of where I'm at? Did it just magnify more in my mind? Because really, it was a difficult day for me because of the whole relationship status with me. So I didn't embrace it. And you know what? And in all honesty, all the other years, it just was taken for granted. I'm in a relationship, and I'll be honored on that day. Like, I never paid attention, but yesterday I paid attention. It was very, very magnified in my mind, and I'm just like, wow. Like, now I know how people feel, the women that are single, how they feel, how people that aren't in relationships, how it's just a very difficult day for some. So I was one of those. Now I have, my mess will one day be my message. Now I can relate. Now I can be empathetic, not only sympathetic. Now I have empathy for those that are without on that day. So then, like, we joked around, we're going to do Galentine's Day and all that. I just simply didn't have the energy to really do anything, and the day couldn't come and go quick enough for me yesterday. And so, not to be a wet blanket, but
I love Valentine's Day, and I don't know. I love the
I'm romantic.
I am. So, like, the guy I was with, we were kind of like on and off for like 4 or 5 years. So there were like some years we spent it together, and then some years we were off, and I didn't have a Valentine. So this year for me, it was just like, this year I don't have. Last year we did something. This year I didn't have a Valentine. I didn't have a boyfriend. I didn't have anything. So, like, it was like a year that was just like, I didn't do anything. But I was expecting to go on Instagram and see couples. I totally expected to see that, and the people like lovey-dovey, and then the people who I didn't think were in relationships, now oh they're in a relationship, because people were posting their people, so people were coming out the relationship closet. And I don't think it was I think just for you it was magnified this year, but for me it was just like any other year, people posting all their gifts, so celebrities post.
There's Adam.
Addie, lock the door.
No, I don't think it was just me, because even Spencer said, he said, no, it is. He said, it is just like, people just seem like they double down on it. I have never seen every single post, and I hate using definitive words like every and none and all that. I have to say every single post, at least in my news feed yesterday, was about Valentine's Day in some way or another. And it was just like, it was difficult, but anyway, got through the day. And, but then I have to say, in all fairness, I'm such a pragmatic person that even when I was in a relationship, Valentine's Day didn't do anything. I think it's just the feeling of the loss. Like, I was something that I didn't have, that all of a sudden I wanted so much, like this year. But when I had it, like, you just take it for granted, because I had it for so long. Like, so it was like no big deal. It's like another day. So, but now this year it's just like, oh, Valentine's Day, I don't have anybody, kind of thing, And so that was like kind of like the feeling of that, but which I think is human nature. Yeah. So we were gonna plan. We were gonna go out to dinner and all that stuff. But
girl, but you were
busted.
Being busted. I was like, girl,
busted.
girl, what if I need to do something?
I was not
girl?
bothered, guys. Okay, I was very much bothered. So
bothered yesterday.
Yes. So all of that not bothering us. Sometimes we can be, and sometimes we cannot be. We have to make some adjustments to that expression. Yes, because sometimes I've been quite bothered since we've come up with the not bothered last year. We've come up with that brilliant idea about not bothered.
Who's had bothered moments? Even though we all said we were not going to be not bothered, just with the hand raise. Who's been bothered since 2019 started? Like, at least once.
We all were like, woohoo, 2019, not bothered. Right? We all said it. We all wrote it. We all tweeted it. We all did everything. We all
wearing shirts.
But are we all really living it? Like who? Like, I'm bothered since the first of the year. I've been bothered from time to time. I have to be honest and say, who else has been bothered? Hands up.
But the botheredness hasn't taken us under, and that's the point. Not to be taken like completely under.
Yes. Okay. So there's been some people that there's bothered. We need to see a hand, a little finger,
little church finger.
Right. Yeah. No. I think it's good because we're living what we're speaking. Eventually, it'll sink in. Hopefully by December 2019, we'll all truly be not bothered. But it definitely was a good campaign, and we will continue to be not bothered in thought and in expression and saying. And I think that The Bible says, call those things that be not as though they were. So we will continue to say we're not going to be bothered, but there are moments of botherness, but I think we pick ourselves up. I pick myself up quicker. Okay, so this was like a long, dragged out thing. It was a moment in time, I always say. I was bothered, but I recovered. So.
Clearly. Here you are. With lots and lots to say.
Yes. Yes, Thelma Lewis, we have to live our truth to teach those.
We are on the journey to not bothered. Yes, it's a journey.
We're on a journey.
It wasn't going to happen overnight.
Like a hair journey, now we add another journey. Now the not bothered journey. But baby steps. Baby steps. Like, it's kind of more like transitioning. Instead of the big chop, not bothered, we're transitioning,
We're
not
transitioning
bothered.
to not bothered.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were a lot of self-love posts and stuff this year, so that's good. Self-love is definitely important.
Yeah.
If you don't love yourself, like, how you gonna love anybody else, or like know how like you want a person to love you? So
yeah,
self-love is definitely important.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. Though I never had a problem in that department. I always said I can keep my I believe it or not, guys, I'm very reserved and I am an introvert. I'm very much of an introvert, and I enjoy my own company. I can
bye, Lady Smash. I think this is her first live.
All right.
Hope you had fun.
All right, gotta go. Good night, everyone.
We're here every Friday.
All right. I enjoy my company very much, so I could definitely be by myself. Loner sounds so lonely, so I don't know if I'm alone, but I am an introvert, and I definitely tend to keep to myself a lot. So self-love has never been a problem. I've always loved who I was and what I was about, and that's the problem. I said I have to. People say it's your presentation, so I said so we all can stand some correction at times. So maybe the way I say things is harsh, so I need some dealings with that. I got to receive that message that presentation is everything. So yes, we're working on that, but I really don't see where I need that much tweaking.
Okay.
Oh, this is all tangled. This is what I'm working on here.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to pull this apart because I have all the stuff tangled up here. I can't handle tangled wires. Anyway. Aw, thank you, Angela.
And did anybody hear Cardi B and Bruno's new song? No. They have a new song? It's news to me.
No. Nope. Anybody hear it?
I like the last song they did together. Shout out to all the introverts.
Right? I know.
Emma, would you say I'm an introvert? I'm an introvert, but I pick people who are extroverts so they pull me out. So, like, I wouldn't want to be with someone who's kind of like an introvert. Like, we both can't be introverts. Like, they need to be a little bit more adventurous than me.
I think you have the propensity to not be an introvert.
Hi, Jan.
I think circumstances cause you to be an introvert, but I think you enjoy people. You enjoy friends, and so I noticed your journey through school when you weren't being bullied and all that, and then in college you liked going to parties, you liked being around people, you liked sleepovers, you went off and stayed on the campus. You want to be a part of that, whereas I don't necessarily gravitate towards that. I like being by myself. I find my own entertainment. I find my own company. I have a very like small circle of associates, so to speak. But you like that. You like having girlfriends. You like all that stuff, and I was never that way when I was younger. So you're a little bit different than me. You're not quite an introvert, I don't think.
I mean, I like girlfriends to an extent. I found that the girlfriends that I did have, girlfriends as far as like girls who are friends, like, yeah, girls who are friends, like, I don't know, like, it's like I pick people who are extroverts, but then it always seems like there comes a point where they're too much of an extrovert for me, and like they want to start doing like stuff that I wasn't really into.
Good night, Felicia.
So, that's kind of always been, I guess, the downside of picking people who are friends who are so not like me, because there comes a point when like they're so much not like me that now like we're like bumping heads, and to them it's like, well, you're a wet blanket, like we don't want you to come out with us anymore, that kind of thing, because you can't hang.
I think there's also often a quirkiness to YouTubers. I think that you will always find that there's always something that keeps them being a YouTuber or keeps them indoors to do that. So I think the fact that I am an introvert, I think the fact that I have MS, I think there's always something that you find out about one of your favorite YouTubers that kind of cause them to be a YouTuber. So I think the circumstances kind of like push you in that way. And so it's like the perfect job for me. And then all the other things that are happening in my life that just like it makes me more touchable and more like she's like a normal person. Because months ago, I've often told the story, somebody said, you guys are like real, like, you know, I think it took us a while to like really show all that realness.
Hi, Maureen Wilson.
But you know, always coming on like made up and all that. But then there are times where we will show our hair without product, or we'll come on with no makeup so that people know, yes, we're real people. We've come on in pajamas, you know, we've done different things. Like we're like everybody else. We do everything like everybody else does. And I think sometimes people put YouTubers like up here on the status, and people are just simply people. And even myself today calling like a brand, and Valencia picked up the phone. I dug that because she owns a brand, and she picked the phone up and spoke to me. Like, if I could say that in that way, like it's almost like, oh my God, Valencia spoke to me. Like, I don't get like that. Valencia's no better than me, I'm no better than her. Like, we're people, okay? So that's, and that would be with everybody. That would be with Jane Carter, that would be with Janelle Stevens. That's just everybody across the board. They just got something that they're good at. They make products, but they certainly are no better than any of us. And so if everybody can get this idea out of their mind about, oh my God, like it's my favorite YouTuber, like I'm afraid to go up to them. We've gotten emails, I saw you, but I was afraid to speak. Like, we're people, like we speak, we'll speak to you. Why would we not? Like, unless we're just downright rude, and that's not our vibe. We're not rude. So don't ever be afraid, not just us, but anybody. They're just people, you know, so just go up to them and speak to them. Unless they're just obnoxious and they have all the security, like.
I might get a little tongue-tied around Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just everybody just goes through real life. So I enjoy. I got the best message last night from a young lady. She's not.
It was like perfect timing.
It was perfect timing because I was starting to doubt myself. It was before I spoke with Valencia this morning, and I was doubting the fact of this Miami trip, and I felt so pressured because I felt like you guys wanted us to go so bad, and how would you ever have faith in us again if you voted so hard, went so hard, was so excited for us? I think the excitement stems from our loss and all that we've gone through, and our financial situation, the fact of all the losses, all that I'm going through, you know, the whole marriage thing, you know, everything. And so you guys were so happy. You guys are genuinely happy for everything that we're getting. I think it was Sheila Wright the other day when I got some, she goes, another blessing. Like, you guys seriously are counting our blessings and so happy every time we move one step forward. And we're very cognizant of that fact. So I didn't want to disappoint. And I started feeling pressure. I said, I'm afraid to go because I'm afraid I'm not going to be like enough. I have a disability. I know that, you know, I walk with a limp, or I know that I'm slow. I know that the room is spinning as I'm walking, you know, like I really have to take steps when I get off at Grand Central Station and just say, okay, God, like the other day I was like seriously praying, like, God, go before me, like clear the way, like just let me be able to walk. The hardest part is when I get off of that train and step foot. It's so daunting when I step foot out that door, when you get off that train and all that smoke and everything, and then you finally are there in Grand Central Station, and then you got to walk across Grand Central Station, and it's so big, and it's just, I got to keep my balance. I got to stay upright. I'm like, it's nerve-wracking. So I was afraid about the flight. I was afraid about being at an airport. I was like afraid of what the airport's going to look like. I was afraid of the unknown. And so, and I didn't want to disappoint you guys. To, like, normally I would like run, like flight. They always say fight or fright, flight or fight or whatever. So I was ready to fly, flee, flight, whatever. I just said, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. But then I felt like you guys voted us in. Anybody else could have had that slot, but we got this slot. And not only the slot, but we got the #1 slot. Now, like, I'm going to be busted. So I knew I had to get better. I knew I had to dig deep. And I'm always capable of digging deep and making myself rise to the occasion. So I wanted to rise to the occasion, but I just needed a little bit more information to be able to rise to the occasion. And so this morning I got that information, and so now I'm able to rise to the occasion knowing what's ahead of me. I just didn't kind of like the unknown because of what I'm dealing with. I was just scared, you know, of taking on something that was bigger than me. But, you know, I got that now, but I think that's just a normal human thing.
We are all congratulating Jan because he said, I got my start date for nursing school in January 2020.
Wow!
Congrats!
Jan.
Because, like, I know people say they want to go to school for nursing, but you got to get through all that stuff first and then actually get into, like, nursing school. So that's so awesome.
That's so cool.
Because the college I went to for teaching, people went in for nursing and they did, like, 2 years of everything they were supposed to do. And then by their 3rd year, they applied for nursing school. But not everybody gets in. So I'm like, well, what do you do? if you did the best you could those 2 years and now it's your third year and now you're trying to go to nursing school and like they don't let you in, like what do you do now?
What
And
do
so
what do you switch majors?
I guess you switch majors or do something else. Like I don't know, but that would be terrible. But Jan got in.
That's so good.
Congrats.
Okay, let's all take a page. That's what I keep telling Adam. I'm like, you gotta like do your best.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna pick the best of the best. Like he's in junior college now, but then he's gonna have to be in nursing school. Like I said, they're going to pick. You cannot just like slouch through junior college and think like any grade point average will do. You have got to do your best.
Not for something like nursing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fantastic. Wow.
Jan, I would have cried too. I remember when I had to take all the tests for teaching and we got all the envelopes like on the same time. I had to take this huge one for like reading and writing. It's like this huge test. And then there's the other like 4 small tests you have to take for all the subjects. And like I passed them all the first time. I remember me and you both, we had a good cry. Because those tests were so hard.
Yeah.
Those praxis and stuff, those tests were so hard.
They were coming in like one by one by one. And at the time, I was like releasing each test score on Facebook at the time. I'm like, okay, test number 1, pass. Yeah.
I was so scared. And there was one, I was like, I would have failed by like 1 point. I was like right there. And so I was like, I don't care. It's still a pass. I'm like, but like if it would have went one point back this way, like I would have had to taken it again. And those tests are expensive.
I'll never forget the prayer that we prayed that night when we were praying, because at the time there was a person in the church that prayed that that God would like make sure that you pass this, but if like when you took the test the answers were wrong, I remember him praying, God, flip the answers. I remember him saying that expression, Lord, please flip the answers. And I just thought that was brilliant, like that prayer. And so we kept praying that, like, God, like if you any answer, if you're supposed to pick like 1 out of the 4, A, B, C, or D, and you picked C, it was supposed to be A, God, flip the answer. Make sure that like God like really went there and did that work. And we just were stunned when you got
because the test was just so overwhelming. It, like, for example, like the science one or the social studies, the language arts, it was like everything you had learned up until that point from kindergarten to like where you were. I'm like, how do you even begin to study for a test like this? Like, and I would make flashcards. I was doing everything. And like one night I literally had like a nervous breakdown and you were like, Tay, like basically put the cards away, like stop. Like it's either you know it or you don't. That's it. Like stop studying. Like that's it. Like you know it or you don't. And that advice helped so much. I was like, either I know it or I don't. And that's how I went in for the rest of the test. And like I ended up like passing all the tests because I was like freaking myself out because it was just so much. There was just no way. Social studies, like everything in history could have been on the test anywhere from now until the beginning of time. Like I was like, how do you study for that? It was crazy.
To me, you don't. To me, you know, an example, I guess I was always in life not bothered. So I think in life I always had that not bothered attitude. And I remember being in college and having to take finals and stuff and sitting there cramming. And one night I like got the revelation, I'm not doing this. Like I either know it or not. I did not go to school every single day, say from September through December, whenever you do the midterms, whatever, or finals, you know, June, whatever. And not absorb something. Something had to go in. And so whatever I absorbed good, and I should be able to pass the test off of it. And if not, well, then maybe I need to take the course again. Because obviously I didn't learn. So I just put all that studying away and definitely partied my weekends that people were like all putting glasses on and really hard down studying. I'm like, to me, I can't do that. That makes me more nervous. So I said, I either know it or I don't. And and I always pass. So I said to you, this cramming, this stack of books
I wasn't
ridiculous.
that willy-nilly with school. Like I definitely studied, but something like the praxis where it was like all inclusive of everything you've ever learned in your life, I was like, how do I even begin to study for this? Like it was just so overwhelming.
Oh, Sarah, that W, that means that you withdrew from a class? I thought sometimes it's better to have a W than to have a grade, like an F or something. Sometimes, not all the time.
I had 1 W. I withdrew from a marketing class because on the first day we went in, I didn't like the teacher. He was like basically, hi, he was like, hi, my name is so-and-so. He was like, I just want to let you guys know that no matter what you do in this class, it's not going to be good enough. And I was just like, yeah, no, I can't have this man this the whole semester. I'm like, no thanks. It was like some AP marketing class. Like, I don't know what why I went in. I think I like marketing. I like teaching, but I like marketing. And it was just like I needed a class to fill. So I was like, you know, I'm going to take marketing because I still enjoy business, but I don't want to do it as a career. But like, no, that teacher was crazy. He was like, no matter what you do, it's not going to be good enough. And I just want to let you guys know that right now. I was like, yeah, no.
So Jessie Ann, so next Friday they tell me if I get accepted into an internship. Last step to finish my PhD. Okay, we got some brains in the room, some PhDs here. Congratulations. So I'll be crying of happiness or sadness, but I'll say hi to the Mad fam. Okay. Wow, so she is doing a PhD in, and what are you doing a PhD in?
Oh, yeah, sometimes you just have to get to that point. It's either you know it or you don't, because it's so much. It's just so much.
See, Ellen said Lori knows perfectly what that test was about. It's the life of learning. How do you study for that?
Psychology.
Oh, okay. Thank you, is Tania Powers. This was, if any of you just got into the room, or here, this is the lemon, what's that line, girl? Alikay Naturals.
The Alikay.
It came in the mail
the
today.
Striking gold.
And we went right to work. So this is the lemongrass leave-in that we all are familiar with. They just changed the packaging. And then I tried the new mousse. The mousse is in the line. They have a mousse and edge control. They have
a gel,
a butter that's extremely thick. This butter.
That butter is straight up.
It's almost like a
raw shea butter.
A shea butter. So you have shea butter and
I have the shea butter and gel on this side, and the leave-in and the gel on this side. And as I can see from the camera, like this side's definitely holding up better. This side looks like it's frizzing.
Or maybe this side is just flatter because of the shea butter, right?
Is it?
Yeah, this one looks bigger.
Yeah.
More volume.
So this side is definitely I like this side better.
So
CCJ, I am getting tired. I'm thinking about my bed, my fuzzy socks, and watching Sister Wives with the new cup of tea. Now my sleepy time tea.
I know. All right. So then the other day, so we got an email, and now all of a sudden she wants to take a collab with a tea company. Now, granted, we all know that she loves tea. I said, oh,
do you guys
no.
know Teamy Blends, right? Everyone, it's like, I want to be an ambassador. Starter kit. You get like a tea collab. And so finally we got a tea collab from Teamy Blends. And I was like, I don't want the collab. I just want to try the tea. And like I'll mention it because like every Friday night I'm drinking tea. And you were like, we're not doing that. We're not going to be all of a sudden talking about hair and then we're going to talk about tea because it's going to be a sponsored video and our people aren't going to trust us anymore. Like you didn't want to do.
I didn't like the look of it. I said because
I was like, I want to try the Teamy Blends.
I said a Friday Night Live, if they're okay with that. They said we had to talk about the tea for 1 to 3 minutes.
See, Xavier said yes, Teamy Blends.
Okay.
Like I don't even want the whole collab thing pushing Teamy Blends codes. Like I just want to try it and be able to say, you know, I tried the Teamy Blends. That's all they want is a mention.
Yeah, but
like,
they said 1 to 3 minutes, and I don't like my talk like time like that. And then I said, who was the one that said there would be no drinking on set, and because it wanted to be a video, all right? And so I said, it's not like Friday Night Live where you always drink on Friday Night Live. We always drink on Friday Night. We always drink on Friday Night Live.
Well,
but
maybe we could tell them that's how we want to do it. Say, you know, we want to just mention that on Friday Night Live where we sit down, and that's where I'm always drinking my tea.
Yeah.
So I'll mention it on Friday Night Live.
One, we're going to start off like, you know, welcome back or whatever. And we're, you guys that don't like the new intro, it's here to stay. Anyway, and we're MADCURLS, okay, and then like today, okay, then all of a sudden I'm holding up. It was look so awkward to you guys. You're like, LoriAnne's allowed to drink on set. That'd be the first thing you guys would be saying, okay? And yeah,
but it wouldn't be anything like scammerish. Like we would say this is a collab. Like they sent us some teas, and we're here to tell you about the teas. Like we drink tea. I wanted to try the tea, but you shut the whole operation down yesterday. You were not having it, and it's probably because you were in your Valentine's Day mood. But you shut my whole Teamy Blends dream down. I was like, look at, they have skinny tea, they have detox tea, they have energy tea, they have sleepy tea.
I shut it down because you don't allow me to drink on set. So why all of a sudden we can drink on set? No drinking on set means no drinking on set. So I said no.
Drink the tea while you spill the tea. I don't know. You just didn't want it to look like we were like up to any fugazi. Like now all of a sudden, like, you know, we tell our financial woes and now we're just taking collabs everywhere. Now we got a Teamy Blend tea collab.
I'm like, when does it end?
What?
When does it stop? You know, just like it's just we're doing the brands. You guys accept the brands. You guys are excited for us because everybody feels like we're, you know, we have earned. We have done the work, and so now we're earning. And you guys like the brands that we're collabing with because you respect the brands, and you know that we always have long before there was any collaborations. Did I not talk about Camille Rose? You know, if we ever get like collaboration with Alikay Naturals, do we not always talk about that? Okay, but teeny blends, all of a sudden you're the one that drinks the tea. I have my buy. Now you guys would respect the buy. If I was
Ari, that's what I said. I said, why couldn't they be yogi tea? If it was yogi tea, you couldn't tell me anything because I love yogi tea. I'm like, if this was a yogi tea collab, absolutely. Because ever since Sharon Johnson put me on to yogi tea, I love yogi tea. I actually just re-upped the other day on the I think it's the relaxing one. No, the stress relief. I love their stress relief one.
Yeah, so there's lots of tea that you have to catch up on. There's just too much to go through right now, so you have to just go watch the past lives unless you guys talk amongst yourselves and fill her in. But
yeah, I don't like detox stuff. I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
but like the energy teas, the sleepy teas. I've been liking like honey. I think it's chamomile. I've been loving that.
Or if I got a buy collab, you guys would totally be like, about time would be more of the thing. Like you guys would receive it and be like, about time, you deserve it. How many times have every single one, we are on the number one on these lives. And
well over 50.
Ever since day one, I have been on live with, this is the only time I can drink on set, so to speak, is on Friday Night Live. And you guys in the beginning used to always say, what are you drinking? What do you have? Which flavor? I push buy unbeknownst to me. Then you guys started doing that, and then MADCURLS made me do it and all of that. So buy is the one that needs to step forward, not teeny blends.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brothers say it's all in my head, but it's not. The smell of like the yogi tea stress relief, like the smell and just the taste, everything, it like puts me to sleep.
And
it's just
all
so
whose fault at Christmas time
relaxing. Sharon Johnson.
Sharon Johnson.
It was it was a life changer. What she said, because it was around the time we did the R-Truth or whatever, and she sent us like this huge like, it was supposed to be like a spa kind of thing. There was like essential oils and lotions and books, and there was stress relief tea in there, and I just love that tea.
Flat.
It was amazing.
I gotta have the hair in its best.
And for those of you saying you're coffee gals, I'm totally a coffee gal too. I love coffee.
You're totally a coffee.
I'm totally coffee, but lately
Yeah.
I've been just drinking a lot of tea because it's just, I know it does something to my mind. I just love. I just love it. Yeah.
Yes. So and out of the two, I am a tea drinker unless it's Starbucks coffee. Then I like Starbucks. Can I say Starbucks anymore? I don't know. One time you can't say Starbucks anymore. I'm like, can't be following everybody what they can and cannot say. I can't help people keep doing stupid
Good
things.
night, Vanessa Bristow.
If Starbucks was stupid enough to lose their reputation, I don't care. But I still, as long as they're still got a shingle hanging, and I feel like drinking a Starbucks, then I will be drinking a Starbucks. Okay, so, but anywho, that's the only time I drink coffee. If you call that coffee, is it coffee? It's they call it Starbucks is not coffee. What's it called? Espresso, or I don't know.
Remember I used to say espresso? You're like, it's espresso.
Espresso. Aww. Yeah, Aaliyah Shabazz. Spencer's not a coffee person either. I'm not nuts. I don't stay away
Thanks for
from
staying,
it
Kate
completely.
Nificent. All you guys who are on here, Kate Nificent has a YouTube channel too. Kate Nificent, if you didn't just click out, put your link in the chat. Because there are MADCURLS fam here with channels.
Yeah.
Kate Nificent has a channel. Curly Ever After, they have a channel.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people
Let's
here.
take the time to
channels.
to promote ourselves right now. So promote yourselves.
If you have IGs, if you have channels.
Every now and then we get to that point in the live feed where people start promote yourselves, tell who you are on. Everybody's time to showcase.
Drop your links. People want to support.
Yeah.
Let's follow each other.
Yep.
Because Kate Nificent did an Alikay review that we liked. She did an Alikay review. That was good.
Oh, Catherine Miller said, I've gotten better results with rice water rinses. See, I have that one from Sotanicals, that rice one upstairs, that fermented rice tonic or something. I have to try still. So, all right. See, I probably would do good because I love protein, and rice is protein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Allie B, that's you on Instagram? I did not know that.
Who's that?
I can't pronounce it, but I always see that name. I did not know that was you, Allie B.
Where's that at, girl?
That's at the bottom.
Away.
Allie B.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that either. All right.
Yep, so if you guys have Instagrams, YouTube channels, drop them in the comments.
Now the time to promote.
Drop them in the comments.
Chantel R said hello. Hello, Chantel. Okay, now we're all giving out Instas and YouTube channels. I know it's cute when we see the MADCURLS fam branching out and doing YouTube channels. So I think that's pretty
Hi,
cool.
Cindy. She said she's finally able to see us live.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Click on me.
Oh yeah, if you click on someone, it says go to their channel. Oh, cool.
Oh.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah, put your YouTube link there and then you just click on there, right?
Yeah, no,
That
so-
tells you how much we know.
No, if you just click on them. So if I
That's what I'm
click on it-
saying.
Yeah, it just says go
Yeah.
to channel. So if you just leave a comment, you can click on people's faces.
I know, because I have one for It's LoriAnne. Not that anybody clicks it, because I don't. But sometimes I'll be answering comments, and then you're like, "Mom, you realize you're answering them as LoriAnne." I'm like, "Oh, all right, I didn't realize that." And I'm like, "Oh well, I was sign
What's that
LoriAnne
channel
anyway."
for? That's for where you watch all your murders at and stuff. You don't bring all that to the MADCURLS feed.
You didn't allow me to mess up our subscriptions.
Yeah,
and
because
all
I was
that.
like, it shows like our makeup and like our hair channel stuff we follow. I'm like, now we have all these murders and stuff going on. Like, I'm like, can you take that?
You guys are like my
somewhere
crime
else.
channels, so I had to have my It's LoriAnne account so I could watch my crime channels.
Ellen, we do. Our following is extremely diverse.
yeah.
Should we start with the drop your ages in the comments?
I know, we always do drop your age. Like, we're always curious to know the age range.
Drop your ages
So
in the
everybody-
comments.
Just to show everybody how
I'm
diverse we are.
25.
51. Step up to the plate.
Step to the plate.
Who's next?
39. 28.
Here we go.
Newly 20.
Okay,
36, 26, 28, 31, 48, 48, 26, 43, 42, 39, 28, 25, 25, 24, 66, 57, 36, 40, 48, 47, 47,
Okay, I'm
43.
Wow, look at all those. Look at
Look at the range. 18,
Yeah,
22,
Look at the range.
30 plus, 67, 55.
Wow.
And that's what we tell companies. That's like the greatness of our channel.
Yeah.
We hit a large demographic.
Yeah. Wow.
Sounds like you guys are listing lottery numbers.
I know.
Wait, can you be your what are those
my
things?
my auctioneer.
Yeah.
I know. Whenever I do that, we've done that in the videos from time to time about what I started saying we're auctioning off things.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it when we're wheeling out our product?
Oh yeah, we're always wheeling out. We have to think of a new theme and then wheel them back out. But no, when I talk about auctions, and I'm just fascinated by that. I watched one time, and I just love when they're like, okay, first up, a pick. We've got metal teeth and a plastic comb. Okay, first bid. Okay, here we go. Oh, see $5 over here. $10 over here. And then like, I like when people just like do this, like they just like nod their head, like they're just. And then he's like, what is he saying? What is he saying when he does it?
He's saying numbers. So maybe he's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20.
Yeah.
Like so maybe he's like saying numbers.
I don't know, but I just like okay, we're gonna start the bidding off right here. Buy a drink. We're gonna start the bidding off at 10. Who's got it? We gotta be at $10 right here. Okay, I need to be at $5 right here. And I'm just like, what do they say? Like slow down. So I thought I talk fast. What are auctioneers saying? I'm just so fascinated by that whole thing, and I wish I knew what they were saying. But maybe I could be an auctioneer when I get thrown off the channel.
Girl, you have so many jobs
I do.
that you're gonna have when you get thrown off the channel.
I'm hireable.
Someone said it sounds like you're speaking in tongues. Girl.
Yeah. Who said that, girl?
I can't. You bet, Smith. LoriAnne, can you have Mom come on live? Gammy?
Oh goodness, y'all ain't ready for Gammy.
No, we're not bringing Gammy on live. She's not ready yet.
She's not ready yet. Y'all can barely handle me. My mother is me double down. Okay. That was a match.
Love her so me.
But that would be fun. But yeah, we have to tame her first. She's extremely old school, almost to the point of offensive. So she probably couldn't ever come on because she couldn't adjust. It's difficult for me to adjust at 50, politically correct things and everything. She is so far gone from politically correct and really doesn't care because an entirely different generation. And unless people can receive that and accept that and understand that, it's quite offensive. Mm-hmm. So she probably will never make it on the channel.
The night we bring her on is the night we lose MADCURLS.
Yeah, it's just a different generation. There's no teaching that. It's in her. She's 70. She's not changing. It's in her now. So it's not changeable. So that's that. Love her so much. We'll take pictures. We'll show you every now and then.
Xavier, you got to watch our last live to answer that question. The end of our last live.
What's that? Oh, Erica Fleming's got a birthday?
When?
I don't know. I see Leslie Brown saying happy early birthday, Erica Fleming, as I'm scrolling by. See?
Ellen just love offensive. Oh dear.
So horse. Buffering? Who said that Ella said love's offensive?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, they can go add you on Facebook. She's always there.
Who's that?
Gammy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Nelly spotted Gammy the other day. He said, Mama MAD.CURLS.
Mama MAD.CURLS, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she stays on Facebook. So you have to be friends with LoriAnne.
And then you'll see a picture of her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't friend her.
Oh, last Friday was your birthday. Oh, happy belated. What'd you do?
Yes, Nelly, she is. Oh, she's bad. I know she's bougie. No, she's bad.
Yvonne said my mom is 70 and she's gotten worse with that over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Gammy's very uncensored.
Yes, that age tells it like it is. That is so true.
Hi, Aurora. Is it Aurora? Aurora? Did I say that right? I feel like I added a whole bunch of extra letters in there that weren't there.
Where
At the bottom.
I don't know why our
Right here.
That ain't the bottom, girl. Girl. Oh no, it's not Aurora. It's Aura. Is it Aura? Aura Perez.
Aurora reminds me of Sleeping Beauty.
Aurora. I know. So let's see.
Arlene, yeah, we totally let them do what they do. Let old people do what they do, just not on our platform. We can't let her go free on the MAD.CURLS platform. That can't happen.
You have to respect that where they are, where they came from, what their experiences are, and you really can't expect a whole lot of change and growth because they're who they are. They're set in their way, shall we say at this point. So I don't expect change. You just appreciate them for who they are right now in your life and what they're about. But I think the world sometimes goes by too fast after a certain age, and it's just, my mother will never receive the things that I received, the certain words that are politically correct, the things that are not, things that are accepted that she's just never been exposed to, that she's just not going to accept. It doesn't make sense to them, and it's not fair for everybody to judge the elderly on, like, you know, that they've done something wrong. It's simply not their world. And so no, we definitely accept them for who they are. And I don't expect that much change because it's just a lot. The world is moving way too fast sometimes, and I don't expect that from my mother. She's doing the best she can.
Sherry Harris says, I have to hurry and go get my MAD.CURLS shirt. Yeah, so we have a code on our site, our Teespring site, for 15% off. It's code live. And you get 15% off. It was supposed to be just 15% off those 2 shirts, but it's 15% off the whole site. So the whole site is 15% off with code live.
Time for me to show my shirt again, because again, time to exhibit for them. Though you're trying to talk about the MAD.CURLS shirt, but everybody seems to be fascinated by my shirt. So, and rightly so. It's cute. 0% perfect, 100% forgiven. It's from a Christian t-shirt place that I saw on Instagram. CNTs, I think it is, Christian movement, something like that. But they all make Christian t-shirts. So the Proverbs one I wear, I always say, the Amen one that I've worn on here, they're just all Christian words.
Chelsea and Null said, Mama LoriAnne, my fiance does not believe this MAD.CURLS fam is real. LOL, the wedding is in 113 days. Y'all come down to South Carolina and I'll save 2 seats. I want to go to a wedding.
He doesn't believe that they're real?
The MAD.CURLS fam is real? I love weddings, even though I've only been to one.
I need that shirt. Right, Ari? I know, that's my story, guys. I always put my foot in the mouth. But...
Mom, what's our ethnicity?
Oh, good. That's a whole nother video, girl. And that's like such a everybody's like, I'm bated breath. Like, what is she gonna say? What is she gonna say? What a cop out like now? She just said it's a whole nother video, but it is because
I'm just gonna sit here and drink my tea.
To make it very simple, African American. Period. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Whether or not it's received, whether or not it's believed, like that's on whoever receives it or believes it. Like I'm 51, and like I was saying about my mother, she only knows what she knows. I only know what I've known. I've been raised from a child as being black. That's all I know. So as I got older, especially after I had my kids, Spencer and Taylor in particular, they're like, Ma, that's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. We're not telling people that. So they started going to school telling kids either I was white or I don't know what my kid, but they never said that I was black because they didn't understand that African American or black doesn't mean the complexion of your skin. It just means it's your ethnicity. It's what's my, like, a part of my DNA. All of that stuff that, you know, that I just never broke it down. I just made it very simple. You're black, period. Mother's black, father's black, you're black. But this generation of kids is, I'm 1/8 of this, I got 1/4 of this, I'm half of this, and I never broke it down. I'm not a fool. I understand that I'm very light, and there's got to be a mixture of some sort. And if I never believed it before, I believed it once I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, because it was given to people from European, kind of like with your, like Greek,
Mediterranean?
Mediterranean, okay, Mediterranean descent. So I said, okay, so right there's something there, okay. So because how did I get? I think the studies are finding more African Americans do get multiple sclerosis, but at the time when I started kind of like receiving the fact that there was some sort of a mixture there, that's what made my eyes open all the more. That my simplicity of saying black, it's okay for me to say it and raise my kids on that. It's simplistic. I'm not going to keep sort of digging up, you know, because of this MS and there's more, but knowledgeably, yeah, there's got to be more in there, and I'm not a fool, I know that. But the simplicity, what I've always grown up with, up until probably, I'd say, what, maybe 5 years ago, when I received the fact that, okay, there's got to be something to this Mediterranean thing, something's got to be there. But my whole life, all through school, childhood, elementary school, high school, all of that, black, period, simple, black. Gravitate towards black people, hang with black people, my family's black, picnics, parties, all of that, all my relatives, black. I knew no different. I didn't grow up with this multicultural family. I grew up with a black family, period. So that's all I know. And so it's only been questioned since I've been on social media. That there's got to be more. There's got to be more. What do you mix with? And that's the question that is always asked. What are you? What is your ethnicity? Which is very unusual to me, because my whole life I was never asked. People accepted me for what I came out of my mouth. I'm black. Oh, okay, and moved on. Black guys certainly know I'm black. There's never a question. They start talking to you like they know you're black. It's not a question in black guys' minds. I've never had a black guy yet be surprised by the fact that I'm black. They start talking to me like they're talking to a black woman. You know, just like how a guy will talk to you knowing that, like, black to black. That's how black guys always talk to me, always approach me, black to black. So I've never had the question or the shock like, oh, you're black. Never, not with a black man, ever. White men, probably. Hispanics, they swear I'm Hispanic. They start calling me mommy. No, mommy. I always say, no, no, mommy. And I said, no, mommy, I'm not mommy. Yes, you're mommy. So but, they don't believe that I'm not Spanish.
No, mommy, no, mommy.
And they start talking to me. I'm like, I don't understand a word you're saying, but they keep on. But no. That's just, yeah, it's only been a question since I've been on social media.
I said we should do one of those ancestry things, but you said you don't want to know. You don't want to do it.
I said, what good would it do me now? Like, what difference is it going to make now? So, yes, I can't.
Yeah, Dana, because our relatives in the South are real light.
Almost transparent.
One aunt we met, I was just like, wow. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. But that just goes to show the different variations of color and the race, and it's just not about what you see here. It's just, it's a cultural thing. It's just how you were raised, and it's.
D. Curly just entered the chat, and she said, sorry, she was late. Her uncle passed last week, and the viewing was tonight, and the funeral is tomorrow.
Oh,
we're so sorry for your loss, D. Curly.
So, yeah, so it's questioned a lot on social media, but not bothered. And I went through more detail tonight than I would normally go through, other than what I go through every now and then on occasion I'll go through the whole.
We haven't in a while.
Yeah, we haven't in a while, right? But every now and then I'll just stop, pause, and just like kind of re-explain where I stand on it, what my thoughts on the whole idea of it all. I'm black, plain and simple. It's just the easiest thing to do. I don't break up all the other parts. Though I make it known now, I'm cognizant of the fact that there's some mixture of some sort. What it is, I'm not quite sure, but there's something there.
Mama?
You see, Gil, a lot of light-skinned blacks moved to the north to pass. They did? Okay. In my family, a lot of them moved to the north. They definitely moved from the south. They moved to the north, but not to pass. They just moved to the north just to keep living life. That was a thought that never crossed my little mind at all, ever. And not necessarily for me. I know it wasn't said for me, but that just never crossed my mind.
To try to pass?
To try to pass, want to pass, try to gravitate towards white for no other reason. I just never felt comfortable in that demographic because I wasn't raised that way. So I always felt out of my skin when I went over there. Though my kids didn't understand, color does not necessarily, like the complexion does not necessarily mean. They could not grasp that when you guys were in school, and you always went to all white schools, and white kids definitely didn't grasp it. And so you guys were almost forced to say, my mother's white, my father's black kind of thing, because the kids just did not accept me coming in as a room mother in their classroom, being so light, but yet not necessarily telling the kids, but having this assumption, I guess, that Spencer said was black, and so therefore they expect to see a black mother, but they didn't quite see a black mother. So kids are too young to understand the complexities of complexion and all that. So it's almost like a teasing point. Your mother's white. It's like that's supposed to make him feel bad about it. And then he's like, no, she's not. Like, it's ridiculous at school and what kids do, but it's just something that I just try to make it very simple. I'm black, but that didn't make it simple for them.
Britt Ferguson, I identify as African American as well. There was a time I was saying mixed, but like I just went back to African American. I'm just like, I'm African American because like mixed with what? I have no idea. So
you when you were younger, you just felt like you had to give kids an answer.
I did. In fourth grade, there was a time that I was going around saying I was half Irish, and I have no idea where that came from.
And it was so silly, and the adults knew it was silly that they started calling you, okay, there's half Irish. That goes to show how much of a joke that they really saw that. And poor little thing, because you just felt like the need to fit in somewhere. So you felt like you had to pick out an ethnicity to be pleasing to the kids because they did not accept the fact that you were black.
I don't want to take the test if you're not going to take the test. So like I don't feel pressed to take it, or like if you're not pressed to take it.
Yeah, I'm really not pressed, and it's almost like, like when you take those tests on Facebook, those name tests they're called, and if you don't like how, say for instance, how bossy are you, and the first time around I'm 0% bossy, you push the button again, next time I'm 78% bossy, okay? So it's like keep pushing the button to see, you keep getting different answers if you're not pleased with that, and then finally like, okay, I like this answer, I guess I'll post this one. How you're an angel or you're a devil. The first time it comes up I'm a devil, nah, I'm not gonna post that one. Next one, oh, you're a lovely angel, okay, I like that one, I'll take that. So with those tests, I heard, whether or not it's true, I don't know, but any of you guys that watch crime channels, I was speaking with the hostess at the party the other day. We started talking about different hair channels, and then we started talking about crime channels, and she watches one of the ones that I watch, and one of the ones I watched, her name is Kendall Ray, and Kendall Ray did a whole thing. It wasn't about crime, but it was kind of like the scammy side of those tests, and how you could take a test from one company and get a different result from another company. So one company might say, I have African descent, maybe some Asian descent, and some Mediterranean, okay? Another company says, I have Caucasian, okay? So it's like, which company is right? So that's when I'm like, I don't know how authentic that is, and I do not have my money to be given to a DNA testing lab to not have authentic answers. Because I've lived this long and I don't know what I am, so why? I just simply don't care. Again, the mindset. You've got to convince a 51-year-old woman that's always been black to now care about what I'm mixed with. I don't. So I'm not going to spend my money. Where you're from a generation that you guys care. Like, good for you guys, but I just don't. I'm not going to spend my money. I have other things to spend my money on. It's not my DNA test. Because what difference would it make?
Because I feel like if I take it and I find out what I am, then that kind of would say what you are, and you don't want to know.
Then I don't want to know. It's just I'm not going to. If you tell me, Mom, this is what they came up with, I'm like, oh, really? That's interesting. I never knew that. So you know more about your ethnicity than I do, and so maybe part of me somewhere must be that if you're part of that. But I don't know how they work, so I'm not stopping you from doing. Knock yourself out. I'm just not that pressed to do it. But are you pressed to do it?
Not particularly, girl.
Okay.
Because like they're kind of expensive. And so we don't need to be throwing money to Ancestry.com right now.
Right.
Throw money to Ancestry.com.
Living
on the streets.
There's products
right?
to get, right?
Products, Ancestry.com. Products, Ancestry.com.
See, it's $100. That's what I don't want to do. See, that's it. I wasted my money. and they're not accurate. The science is too new. See?
How do you know they're not accurate? Because aren't you writing to them to find out what you are because you don't know?
No, I think you're swabbing your mouth and then you're sending.
Yeah,
right?
because to get your DNA, because like you're not really sure. So when they tell you,
so that DNA,
how are you gonna tell them that they're wrong? How do you know that they're wrong? How do we not know that they're not
because
accurate?
maybe you can swab your mouth someplace else and send
I mean,
it to
if
another
they
lab.
sent something back and said I was like 45% Asian, like I'd be like, okay, like I know I'm not Asian, so that's not right. So,
but they do that. It's almost like Facebook, where they'll take a dimensions of your face and have all these lines and grooves and everything. And next, you know, they, you know, it spins and spins and spins and spins and spins. And finally, they come out that I'm like 85% Caucasian, 15% Hispanic. You know, and I'm like, nothing that I've ever been like. It's not even close to what I was ever told or believe. Like, I'm like, nope. Spin the spinner again. And then next time I come up with, you know, I'm 2%. African American, you know, then like maybe like 15%, but like it's like spin the spinner again. So I don't know, until, as Barbie Lovable said, it becomes more accurate. Yeah, I think it's new science. My parents are Ethiopian, so that's my ethnicity, but I'm still black. Just don't get the people who tell me what I look like. Meaning what, Sarah? Yeah, we're mixed with everything. Oh, they update your results as the science gets better? That's interesting, because what if they did it today and then maybe 18 months from now the science got better and what you were told today you were, and believed that and start acting accordingly? Because some people take this stuff dead serious, and then 18 months from now they throw us something else in the mix or take something out, you know, then
is it Ina Ade?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. She said if you have any % of African American blood, you're considered black back in the day.
You sure were.
That's
I
very
said
true.
1/8, 1/16.
Mm-hmm.
What was the rule back then? I think it was
1/16.
Yeah, 1/16. Yep. That's how little bit of black blood that you have to have in you, that they just if you had the slightest amount, you were black. And back in the field you went.
Girl.
It's true though.
Girl, I know it's true, girl.
Yeah. So Britt said the 1-drop rule is rubbish.
Keely said in Louisiana it was probably 132. Like,
right? Yeah. And it's sometimes funny how people, all like this pastor we were saying earlier, who would even want to, because whoever saw that series North and South, where there was a woman and she was white, or that was her role. Remember, she dated Patrick Swayze's character in there. His name was Ori, I think, and her name was Madeline, whatever. And they found out there was a mean guy, the villain, so to speak, of North and South, and he found out that her mother or grandmother used to work in a brothel, and she was black, and so now fast forward, now she's a descendant of that. So it basically was about 132% that Madeline had black in her, but it didn't matter to the man. He puts like the story out there, but stuff like that happens. Like I read a book one time where a woman looked snow white, but yet when she had her firstborn, the child came out very, very, very dark, because she had that bloodline, and so they reach back. They reach back sometimes to the grandmother, the great-grandfather, whatever, they reach back. So kids kind of reach back sometimes. And I even see it kind of like with my own kids. Like your hair, to me, is just really pretty. It reminds me of your father's, mother's hair. Kids reach back, you know, for things like that. So, so I just think that you just never know. Why? Just like be your authentic self.
and what was she? Didn't Dad say she was like a little bit of everything, like Native American, or?
I don't know. I just know that she had very, very, very fine hair, very like silky fine hair, and so
you always just left it at African American.
Yeah.
And then on my dad's side, he always had like this long list, and you were like African American.
Yeah.
Like you were like, that's it.
They don't complicate it. I like for the kids. I like they have to go to school and like regurgitate this to the other kids. Just make it simple for them. They're black, you know, but I'm sure there's more. And as the kids got older and more mature, then they could find out more. But while they're in school, it's just very, very simple. For me, it was very simple for them to go to school and be proud that you're a black student in the classroom. Don't try to be anything other than that, because just be proud of who you are. I didn't want them, because they went to all white schools, I didn't want them to feel like they had to fit in or be something different or feel inadequate because they didn't have any sort of white in them, because they didn't, in my opinion, they didn't. And so be proud of who you are. And that was just the message that I really tried to underline for you guys. Good night, Ina.
People are saying night. Are we gonna say good night too?
We can. 10:44.
So we can watch Sister Wives.
I know. What season are we on now?
We're on season 7.
Okay. You guys ready to call it a night?
What's the brown paper bag test?
That if you are as light, the same complexion or lighter, I don't know, I kind of heard of it. I know more of the blue vein test. I don't know the brown paper bag.
It's night time. So how the new roll call goes: you say goodnight, we say goodnight, you thumbs up the live, and you click out. That's how this goes. Who's starting off the goodnight roll call?
If you were lighter than a paper bag, then what, you were acceptable? What was
Yeah, she said you are acceptable.
Oh, okay. Or if you could see your veins, because your skin is so pale, so if you could see, I don't know why they call it blue vein. My veins are green.
That's so crazy. Okay.
My veins green.
Girl, your shirt's green.
Yeah, no matter on my veins. I never had that. That's a green vein.
Girl, it's blue. It's under your skin.
Oh, okay, it looks green to me. I don't know.
Am I green?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know where they got the blue vein. I just heard see green veins. But anyway.
Okay, we're supposed to be saying goodnight.
Okay, guys. Okay, who's first to step up?
Okay, so we have
Okay,
Christina Mendez,
Okay, we're just
Beverly Wallace, the first person to say night night. Terry Robinson. Oh no, I'm gonna mess this
I
name
see
up.
Aaliyah Shabazz. Okay, how far?
Wait,
did
can you go further up
Oh,
to 1045? Because I can't pronounce that name. I'm gonna
okay.
butcher
Where
it.
are we at?
I'm gonna butcher the name right there. Stop. Right there.
Right here?
Yes.
I think I've been saying it all night as, is it Jessie Ann? You have to spell that phonetically, because I don't know. I've been saying, I think, Jessie Ann all night, but Rosario, but I don't know if we're pronouncing it right. So just phonetically spell it as you exit the stage.
And like the video before you leave.
Right.
What do we say?
Oh, I know we don't
Thumbs
have
up.
we don't have her here. She's always the bully in the comments.
No,
Like the
she
video.
is here.
Is she
Just G.
Yeah. Okay, it's Just G. All right,
Yeah, she said yes. Like the video
right.
first. She's here.
That's what she always says. She always I always laugh at her comments in all the videos. She goes, like the video.
Okay, wait. Sean Michelle, Ruth Dennis, Bianca. Oh no, wait. She wasn't saying goodnight. Wasn't saying goodnight. Not saying goodnight. Not saying goodnight. Okay. Drea Richards. Ellen. DTW Texas.
We're over time, girl.
Lucretia Bob. 1045. Shayna Parrish.
Maybe you need to get down to where I'm at.
Maureen Wilson. Linda Smith. Aaliyah Shabazz. Cami H. Maureen Wilson. Lionel L. Linnell L.
10:44.
Sherry Harris.
Okay, so you're only saying goodnight to the people
That are saying
that are saying
goodnight.
goodnight. Okay.
Flowtress 06.
Did you get Beverly Wallace?
You need to go further down.
Okay.
Dana N.
You got Ruth Dennis?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, where are you?
Wait, I'm up at 10:45.
Yeah, girl, keep going down.
Okay.
Kat, Ebony Silver, Bianca A. Queen, Britt Ferguson, S.E., Gail Friend,
Did you get Lucretia
Ray
Bob?
Brown, yes.
Okay.
Shayna Parrish, Original Hershey. Keep going down.
Okay.
Wait, go back up.
Oops.
Original Hershey.
Where's original?
JCN. 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 That's how you pronounce it. JCN.
Oh, JCN. Okay. JC.
1922, Misty Blue. Cindy Singal.
Oh, I see where you're at now. I see. Is it
Myra
Lou
Beauty?
Night, ladies. Evelina Rodriguez. Good night, MADCURLS and Mad Fam. CCJ, good night, fam. Okay. Just G. Oh yeah, she was there. Okay, when I was looking for her before. The Barbie Lovable. Good Friday night. A Lifetime movie is up. Okay.
Tammy82, Latrice Hubbard, Yvonne Copeland, Nellie White.
Is Yvonne? You got Yvonne Copeland? Okay. Yeah.
Letta 510, Curls in the Making.
Keisha Bob. What's the early thing? Thumbs up. Latrice
Lanija Parker.
I like the video.
Thanks to all the people liking the video. You guys are awesome.
See you next
Erica
Friday.
Fleming. Jay Nicole. Bought my busted sweatshirt tonight. Good night. Good night.
Sab M said they missed it, but we'll be here next Friday as
Friday.
usual.
As usual.
Leslie LeBron. Good night, everyone.
Where are you? Oh, I see. Okay. Diasha P, Andy K, Taz, Hallie B never wants to leave.
Andy K saying hello when we're all saying goodbye. Good night.
Oh, he said hello. Oops.
I said, you gotta turn around and go back out the room. We're shutting down.
Beverly Wallace. Della Street.
Okay, Just G saying good night.
Nellie White, see you on Facebook, Lori.
Yeah. See you on Facebook. Yeah.
Jay, good night. Catherine Miller. Healy Means.
Beverly Wallace saying good night since you called me twice.
Is it Aura? I keep saying
I think it's Aura. Yeah.
Aura. Good
Aura
night.
Perez. Is it
Motiqua.
Motiqua H? Good night, LoriAnne Tay.
Girl.
President's Day. Yes. I didn't even know that when they said it was gonna be a long weekend. You know, guys. You know me.
D. Curly.
I'm so out of it. I thought people were celebrating Valentine's Day, like having long weekends, taking vacations. That's how, like,
Sarah Fente.
how
Alexis
like
Bell.
messed up I was yesterday with like long weekend, like
Karen Gomez.
Valentine's Day. But then I realized today was President's Day. I'm like, oh, see, I don't keep track of that stuff anymore because my kids are out of school.
Wait, I'm sorry. Today's President's Day?
No, over like I guess Monday will be President's Day.
I know Beverly Wallace. We just keep calling your name. We're Happy early family day. Is it night time?
Or time. I'm famous, right? I'm just about nighttime. Nighttime. I'm gonna have a whole lot of makeup getting on my t-shirt.
Girl, I don't, girl. She never wants like to cuddle or anything with me.
Girl, I do. I love you.
Girl, so fake, girl.
So disingenuous.
Girl,
So not convincing.
so not convincing.
Girl, my actions, like people were saying yesterday, my actions speak all year. My actions speak all year. I don't have to take this one little time.
They were like, people were like, it should be Valentine's Day all year round with your person. And someone was like, well, do you have Valentine's Day all year round money?
Or this whole concept of they don't give gifts on Valentine's Day because they give gifts all year long. If you meet somebody and that's their philosophy, like they're not, like under no circumstances will they celebrate Valentine's Day because they think it's just a busted holiday and they're not going to like respect that, and so you're not going to force me.
That's ugly.
You're not going to force me to do something. I don't think it should be a forcing thing. I think that when you're in a relationship, I think that couples should find that compromise. So if you're dating a woman that really loves Valentine's Day and gets joy from that, why would you be so hardcore? I'm not getting you anything. You're not going to tell me what to do on Valentine's. That's ridiculous. And out the door, along with Checkers, you go. Checkers' wife, you go. I've seen so many Checkers friends and family. You guys are sending me Checker's son, his long lost brother. It's so funny that you guys are sending anything that's oversized and big teddy bears, you guys. Then I think Erica Fleming said the other day, I think for Valentine's Day you guys were sending me like little emojis of teddy bears and they're like, please don't throw him away, please make sure he stays. So yeah, I think that when you're in a relationship, if the woman likes to celebrate Valentine's
Just
Day,
like right off the bat, if there's like,
celebrate it.
oh, I don't do Valentine's Day. Like that's so
well,
ugly.
I do. Well, I
Yeah.
do. So who's to say who's right and who's wrong? So that's when you compromise. You know, I give things all year long. Well, I'm not stopping you from doing that. Keep doing that. But then I would like something on Valentine's Day because it's, you know, just to honor that, just love day. You know, but I'm not stopping you from doing things all year long. Keep that same energy. Okay.
All right. I'm getting delusional and delirious.
Oh, Canadian Family Day on Monday. Oh, what's Family Day?
Checkers is just chilling.
Yeah.
A guy said to my friend he'll be her Valentine if she's paying the bill. Ew.
Wow. Right? Curls and Macon, I don't do Valentine's translates to me as I don't want to see you happy for a day. I know, like, what would it kill somebody to do that? You know, I don't get that. Curls in the Macon is the one that always stands out in my mind at Christmas time, right? That she didn't celebrate Christmas, but yet she loved to be a part of the tree decorating because she said she was Muslim and she didn't celebrate. But yet I respected her so much. She always stood out in my mind since that night because though she didn't celebrate Christmas, she still was a part of the festivities. She was part of the MADCURLS fam. She knew that we were MADCURLS and we do celebrate Christmas. So she showed up and she showed up and she was there for the moment, and I really respected that. So who better to say that, you know, saying that translates, I don't want you happy for a day, because that made us happy to decorate the tree, and she was a part of that, okay? And then someday that she's going to do something and put something out here that we're all going to receive for her, that she's celebrating something. So it's just a very selfish mentality that somebody would say, I'm not doing, and you can't force them. It's almost like a sticking point with some people, and it became more of a sticking point yesterday. I saw a lot of people, the ugliness of that day, because trust me, I was studying it hard, everything yesterday. I had nothing better to do. And so, and I just saw, like, you know, I don't do it, or people just refuse to actually say it, or I just thought, like, it's just one little day, like, whether it's authentic or not, some people want it to be authentic, so let the people be happy with that day. So I didn't understand where guys just dig their heels in. I'm not doing it, you know, because I don't believe in that. That's silly. I love you all year long. I'm not telling you to stop doing that, but a little lollipop?
What's with you in a lollipop?
I don't know. A balloon?
Yesterday you were like a lollipop? What's with a lollipop?
A balloon, because I think when I was in high school, story time. No, it's not time for story time.
Girl, we are shutting this party down.
Remind me next week about high school and lollipops.
Girl, you might as well tell a story now because next week won't be relevant.
Okay. Remember on Valentine's Day in high school you could buy lollipops, and then the day of you got to call, like, you were in homeroom, and then they would hand out, and you got to see all the people that supposedly liked you, loved you, whatever. And I was really looking for a specific name one year, that I walked from my house in a blizzard, and I do mean a old school blizzard. I'm not talking about, they say it's going to be like 12 inches and we don't really get anything. I'm talking about the snow was falling sideways, because I was just convinced that he was going to do this for me, and I wanted to make sure I reciprocated. So the day before, I didn't think to do it, and then the day that I was supposed to buy, it was like the last day to buy lollipops, I literally went to school. The school was open because it didn't start snowing until after school started. So it might have going to be an early dismissal or something, or so far into the day that it didn't matter. But all I know is that I stayed home from school that day, and then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, like, I have got to get to that high school, and I walked. The high school driving had to be every bit of about 25 minutes maybe from my house driving, but walking in a blizzard, oh my gosh, it took me about 3 hours to get there, to be there, just to go down to the cafeteria and fill out that card so that busted boy could get a lollipop. And guess what? On Valentine's Day, I didn't get one thing.
Oh, girl.
I didn't get one thing. I was so convinced he was going to do it, and I don't know why. I don't know whether he asked me how to spell my name. I don't know why I thought, or somebody told me. I don't know how high school goes, rumors or something. I don't know why I was so convinced that he was going to get me a lollipop, but he did not. And I walked all the way over there in the snow to get him one, as only stupid women do. And so he got one, and I don't even know if he thanked me.
Well, my freshman year, they did roses.
Okay.
They did roses, and like girls were sending roses to guys, and guys sending roses to girls. So I thought I could shoot my shot at the guy who I thought was cute.
Okay, I don't like that expression.
Shoot your shot?
Yeah. I don't care for that one.
But it turns out I sent him a rose, and like nothing ever became of it. But then we ended up going to the same college, and I went to a play, and it turned out that he was actually gay. So maybe that's why he didn't return the feeling. But I thought he was so cute, and like, back in high school, people weren't coming out the closet at all. Like, you just weren't doing that. So I had no idea that he was gay. And so I was like, I sent him a rose, basically like, yeah, like now he's gonna know like that I have a crush on him, kind of thing. And like nothing ever became of it. And then we ended up going to the same college, and he was in a play, and he had a part in that play, and I was like, oh, he was gay. I was like, oh, well, okay. But
that made you feel a little bit better,
yeah,
right?
just a little bit. Not just because someone doesn't want you, now all of a sudden, oh, it's because you're gay. But I was just like,
I thought you were going to end the story with, and then in college he saw you, and then you became sick in the house, and then he was and then you were just like, basically, get away from me.
There's a few other stories that ended that way, girl, but not that one. No, that one, he was a lost cause for me. That was never happening.
Okay.
But yeah.
I like the way those end, those kind of.
But
end.
I spent my
Like,
coin
they didn't
on
pay
a
you
little
any
busted
mind
rose.
when you looked busted, but then when you started like really coming out of your shell, then they want to pay you any mind. Nope, I know you not at that point.
No, that happened my 5-year high school reunion.
Okay.
Remember I walked out of here with that neon pink. I wore like back in high school. I think I was just busted. I was like a little chubby, and my hair was busted because I was still transitioning. I actually like basically had no hair. That was like my junior and senior year of high school is when my hair fell out, so I basically had none, and it was all transitioning. And I look kind of busted. And so my 5-year high school graduation, like what is it, reunion?
Yeah.
They wanted to do a 5-year one, so we did a 5-year one, and I was definitely the most dressed there. I showed up in like, because I was like sick, and I had like a tube dress on. It was like bright pink neon. I had these cute little tropical shoes on, white nails, white toenails. My hair was just big and curly, and I had everybody in the DMs and Facebook that night. But I was like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, because I had no dates to dances. I had no dates to proms. I'm like, don't come holler now when I needed you back in high school. Right. I was feeling left out. I got no dates. I got no dance dates, no prom dates. Like, no.
Yeah.
Bye. Felicia.
Yep. Right, seriously. You're so funny. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next. Yeah, no thank you. No. Not interested.
Sarah said, Valentine's Day just makes you feel special. I know it's trivial, but it's true despite how much people try to deny it. It's true. I mean, really, like, everybody was showcasing all their wares yesterday, and it does make you feel special. You just want to be able to show something. And then Spencer helped me put it in perspective. As only Spencer can, and I was just like, Spencer, like oh my gosh, I can't take it. It's like my first year, like by myself, like I can't handle this. And he's like, Ma, he said, think of all the years that you were fake. And he said, he just called it what it was. And he said, and you posted things the night before you and Dad when I had a knockdown drag out. And he said, and then the next morning you showed a teddy bear and a rose that he gave you on Facebook. He said, picture that. He goes, I'm sure you're not alone in that. He said, so everybody's just showcasing all their stuff. He said, but everybody, you know, it looks like the perfect world. And everybody has the perfect relationship. Yeah. He said, but sometimes something like that sometimes brings you comfort. You know, misery loves company. So I'm like, you know,
I always said that. Like, I never looked at anybody and said, oh my gosh, their relationship goals, because like you never know what's going on in someone's relationship behind the scenes. People only show you what they want you to see. Like, you have no idea what's going on in people's relationships. So, like, I never said, you know, I never look at anybody like, oh my gosh, their relationship goals. Nobody is a relationship goal for me, because I don't know the real tea. If there is any tea, but there could be tea, and I'm not seeing it. So, nobody is my relationship goals. Okay, we're going to sleep, because we got to not break down all this stuff here. Take all these products upstairs.
You never know. All right, good night, Diamond Hill. Okay, yes, all right. Every week I always say the same thing. I wish we had some helpers here. Somebody I wish they could just gather all this stuff up and take it upstairs.
Right.
One day, girl. All right, guys. It's been fun.
It's been fun. Press the button. Exactly, Mom. Press the button, girl.
Okay. You get to press the button. All right, good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.